Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? Here we are on a Thursday. We've got Penn State versus Purdue. And so Penn State with the football first, going to hand the ball to the back. And he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the carry. And so that'll bring up second down and about 8. Some Big Ten football here. We've already got Lewis here. What's good with you, Lewis? And so Lewis says, let's go, ready for more football. And he says JB's late. And so don't blame JB, blame JB's TV. And so, but here we go out of the shotgun. Going to hand it to the back again. So now we've got to pick up of about a good 3 yards on the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 4 coming up. And so both of these teams coming in with some experienced 6-year quarterbacks here for both teams. And so we'll see how this one goes, but I'm expecting a close game here. Out of the shotgun here, Clifford in the pocket, feels the pressure, throws it while getting hit, and that's going to be incomplete. But there is a penalty here. Let's see the call. Ooh, holding on the offense that time. So they'll decline that penalty, and that will bring up 4th down. So how about that? Here at Purdue, we're talking about a 3 and out just like that. Punt unit's got to come out here. One thing I will say, coming down to Purdue, especially on a nighttime prime time game, that is hard to do. All right, 4th down coming up. Punts on the way. Let's see if we get a return here by the Boilermakers. Fair catch, and they're going to take over from their own 31-yard line after the fair catch here in the first quarter. And it's going to be Purdue now with the football for the first time offensively. So we've got Braden here. What's good with you, Braden? What's good with you? Lewis says he took the under 56. JB, you know where I'm cheering, and so I got you. I got you. Okay, so we've got Aiden O'Connell here. And so, Braden, I couldn't help but notice all the Iowa Hawkeye transfers that went to Purdue. What's up with that? All right, but here we go, guys. 1st and 10 here. Shotgun formation here for the Boilermakers. Take the snap. O'Connell feels the pressure. Throws it to the back, and the back catches it. Bounces off of 2 Penn State guys there and falls forward. Picks up 8 yards on the carry there. I'm sorry, on the reception there. So now we've got second down coming up. 2nd and about 2 here for the Boilermakers offense. Put a guy in motion here again. Shotgun again. Now we're going to go 3 receivers and 1 tight end. Take the snap here, throws it, and complete it. That's going to be a 1st down, and takes the ball all the way to their own 49-yard line. And so the Purdue last year basically led the Big Ten when it came to passing percentage in terms of the plays in which they pass the ball. They love to air it out here. And with a 6-year quarterback, you'd air it out too. So expecting great things from him today. Let's see. Braden says that he'll give score updates for other games going on. Appreciate that. Braden says going for Penn State in this one. So Braden's got Penn State in this one. But here we go, shotgun. Going to give it to the back, and the back is going to pick up about 1 yard in the carry. So now we've got 2nd and 9 coming up here from about midfield here in the first quarter. Again, first possession of the game here for the Boilermakers here. And so right now they're moving the football. Let's see if they can keep that going. Yeah, but Braden's going Penn State here. So 2nd and 9 here. Again, first quarter with 12 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Quarterback up under center here. Receiver goes in motion. Takes the snap. Fakes it to the back. Looking. Has time. Throws it. And it's completed there by the receiver. Forward progress will give him the 1st down there. Nice catch on that one. All right, so we've got a 1st down here. And so far, O'Connell 3 of 3 passing for 28 yards so far in this one. Jones already with 2 catches for 20 yards. All right, so in the shotgun here, tight end goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. He's got it. Two guys in front of him. He throws it, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. He felt the rush coming that time. Didn't make a good pass. Incomplete. Second down coming up. 2nd and 10 for the Purdue offense. Let's see. Braden says Oklahoma State is up 23-7 on Central Michigan. And so, okay, bet. I see West Virginia's up on Pitt. Last time I checked, 7-3 in that game. Again, 2nd and 10 here for the Boilermakers offense. Here in the first quarter, line up in the shotgun. Take the snap there, feel the pressure. Throws it up there. Incomplete. Great coverage there by Penn State. So now we've got 3rd and long coming up here, 3rd and 10. Let's see. Braden says West Virginia is up 7-3 on Pitt. Again, the score right now still 0-0. Looking to see who's going to score first in this one. All right, so shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. Defense is sending 4. He's going to take a deep shot there towards the corner. Incomplete. Great coverage. So that'll be 4th down coming up here. So this Penn State defense gets the stop here against Purdue on this one. Let's see. Lewis says you have Bryant plus 10 also. And so, okay, bet. All right, we've got the punt unit out here for Purdue on 4th and 10. Punt's on the way. Let's see if he can pin him inside the 10. And so, all right, so Purdue gets it within the 5 here. So excellent punt there on that one. And so that is where Penn State's going to take over here for their second drive offensively of the game. Can Sean Clifford get this offense going? And so that's going to be one of the biggest questions here for Penn State this upcoming season here is, Sean Clifford, can he take that next step there? There was a couple games last year in which they were in some close games there, but can he take the next step there? And also, can the running game, can he hold on to the ball here? Can they have the lead in the 4th quarter and be able to finish games, run out the clock? Questions like that for this Penn State offense. So we'll see what they look like when we come back from the commercial. Let's see. Lewis says no. He says no. So Lewis is not sold on that one. Yeah, you guys know that I'm certainly looking forward to that next stream on Saturday when Notre Dame plays the Ohio State Buckeyes. I will certainly be looking forward to that one for sure. But again, currently right now at the commercial. Lewis says, not this game, JB. And so I got you. Not this game here. Lewis says it's not going to happen. He says it's going to be a defensive struggle the entire game. But I'll ask you guys this, both Lewis and Braden and anyone else that's watching. So far, with all the news that's taking place throughout the NFL, all the trades, all the release, all that stuff, what is the biggest surprise to you guys that you guys have seen so far for the NFL since the final preseason game and teams have been trimming down their rosters to 53 guys? What has been one of the biggest surprises that you guys have seen transpire? Can be for your team, any team, doesn't matter, but the biggest surprise that you saw, perhaps a player getting cut that you thought would be on the active roster. Let me know that. And so we've got Old Man here. What's good with you, old man? What's good with you? How's it going? We've got Old Man here. That is what's up. But yeah, who are you going for in this one, old man? Are you going for Penn State or are you going for Purdue? But a lot of great things happening this weekend, guys. I mean, from everything from college football all to a lot of fantasy football drafts and stuff. A lot of things going on. Let's see. Old man says, "Is Joey Porter Jr. playing?" You best believe it. You better believe it. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, but here goes Penn State's offense with the football for the second time in this game, starting off from their own 4-yard line in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it to the back out of the shotgun, and he falls for it and picks up about a good 9 yards on the play. Leslie Lewis says, surprise, Lamar still not signed. And so, I mean, honestly, how it's been going, I mean, it's tough for Lamar Jackson when you're right when you're talking like how the money's gonna add up and stuff like that in terms of guaranteed money and stuff like that without him having an actual agent. A little surprising in that regards there, honestly, but I hope it works out soon for him. I really do. Meanwhile, they hand it to the back there, and he picks up the first down on the play here. So we got first down here for Penn State, their first down here of the game. Let's see if this can be what sparks the offense and gets them going here. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Hands it to the back off the left guard, and he's going to pick up about a good 4 yards on the carry. So now we got 2nd and 6 coming up here for Penn State offensively. Ball right now at their own 19-yard line. Looking to the sideline for the play. All right, this time Clifford's going to be up under center here. The slot receiver goes in motion to give it to him there, and so he's going to try to get to the outside, and he's going to pick up about a good 3 yards on that one. So now we've got 3rd and short coming up, and obviously given where you are right now in the field, if you're Penn State, of course you always want to get the first down there, but you really want to make sure you get the first down here and just keep that drive going for the sake of field position, if nothing else. But here we go, 3rd and 3 in the shotgun, making adjustments up front here. You see you've got 2 receivers and a tight end towards the bottom of the screen and 1 receiver towards the top. Making even more changes here. Got to call out the pass protection here. Let's see what Purdue does defensively here. 3rd and 3. Takes a snap. Purdue sending 4. Throws it quickly. Has a guy that's open. He catches it and gets pushed out of bounds at about their own 33-yard line. That's going to be another first down here for the Nittany Lions offensively. All right, let's see where we are right now on this one. And so, but yeah, again, Joey Porter Jr., he's number 9 on the defense. We saw him out there earlier defensively, old man. Let's see. Braden says, I was surprised the Vikings traded for Jalen Reagor. And so, yeah, the Vikings have been a team that's been making a lot of interesting moves, I will say that, throughout these last couple weeks there. From that to releasing Kellen Mond, all that stuff. But here we go, 2nd and 7 right now offensively here for Penn State. Looking to the sideline here, we've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. Going to hand it to the back. In the back, off the left side, tackle from behind, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. 3rd down coming up. So 3rd and 4 coming up here in the first quarter with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Penn State here with the football. So far in this current drive, 7 plays for 35 yards and about 3 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock, but they need to keep this drive going. Let's see if they can. On the road here at Purdue. Primetime matchup here. No easy place to win at. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. Purdue sends 4. Has time. Throws it. And it is going to be incomplete due to the excellent coverage on that one. 4th down coming up. So Penn State will have to bring out the punt unit here. And so we'll get to see Purdue come out here a second time offensively and see what they can do. Let's see. Old man said he's one of the guys to keep an eye on. That's right. Maybe the Patriots can draft him in the 1st round. Let's see. Braden says, thoughts on Spider Mitchell getting traded? And watch for the freshman running back, Nick Singletary. So good, Nick Singleton. Nick Singleton. And so appreciate that shout out right there. But yeah, I mean, hey, that was a crazy trade right there. And hey, just think about what that makes for Cleveland and what that means for them in the future. All the talent that they have now, they're now a very interesting team to watch. So I will say that. So that was a very, very interesting trade right there. We've heard the rumors all off season about the potential of a trade. Just, hey, Cleveland. Let's see how this looks. But again, right now we're currently at the commercial again. But yeah, so far two drives here for Penn State, not able to score there, and so again, you see that Penn State's going to be trying to rely heavily on the ground game here. Guys like Singleton, who's already got 5 carries for 21 yards, they're going to continue to try to rely on him moving forward. I mean, Clifford right now 1 of 3 for passing for 10 yards so far, and so 6-year senior, yes, so he has the experience, but ultimately Penn State prefers to try to run the ball here first. This will be the second drive offensively for the Boilermakers, though, when they come out there. And obviously, to start off a season here with a Big Ten matchup for both of these teams here, you definitely want to start off on the right foot here and get a win. And both of these teams tremendously talented. Expect a close game in this one here, and whoever wins this one, hey, you can have the edge later on moving forward. So you definitely want to win this one. Let's see. And while we are currently right now at the commercial, I see that West Virginia is still up on Pitt, 7-3 in that game. Oklahoma State taking care of business in that one, 37-7 over Central Michigan. And Wake Forest, they're up 17-0 versus VMI. But again, still at the commercial, but here in the first quarter with 8 minutes and 8 seconds to go, neither team able to score so far in this one, but the Boilermakers to take over offensively for just their second time here so far in this one. All right, so getting ready to return back to the action here. Let's see, Braden says 1 week until the NFL season starts. Let's get it. That's right. Not only that, Braden, tomorrow, fantasy football, our fantasy football draft, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, but here we go for the Boilermakers in the shotgun. Going to have into the back, and the back bounces outside, and then he's going to pick up about 3 yards on that carry there. Try to find something there. And so now we got 2nd and 7 coming up here in the first quarter with 8 minutes to go. But yeah, man, I mean, to think about it, how long the offseason has been, Braden, and so to be where we are right now, college football, here we go, and then the NFL next week, good times, my friend, good times. But here we go. Out of the shotgun, we've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Fakes it to the back, throws it out of the shotgun, and so, oh, that is going to be a catch by the wide receiver, and Joey Porter Jr. is kicking himself right now because he had the interception in his hand, and then he just somehow lost the ball, and it ended up going to the receiver. So not only did you not get the pick, but the ball slipped out of your hand to the wide receiver. You did everything right, but hold on to the ball. Oh, man, that's tough. You tipped it right to the receiver, so your team goes from thinking that you had to play to that happening. Wow. That could have been deadly, though. But here we go, 1st and 10 here for the Boilermakers. Play fake, looking, throws it, caught by the receiver. Makes a guy try to make a miss there. Going to be about half a yard shy of getting the first. So picked up 9 yards on the play. So we got 2nd and 1 coming up here. That was Thompson, the receiver, with the reception here. That could have been huge. Let's see. Braden says looking forward to that too. And so, oh yeah, you already know, Braden. You already know. Already know. But here we go, guys. 2nd and 1 here in the first quarter. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. So far, Lewis got to be feeling good about how this game is going. They're going to give it to the back. He's got the first down there. Picked up probably 3 yards on the carry. But that's going to be a first down and keep the chains moving. Here in the first quarter, 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Again, this is the second drive offensively here for the Boilermakers. Let's see if they can make it count. All right, so here we go in the shotgun. We're looking at 4 receivers on the play, 1 running back. Quarterback making adjustments, but he got 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Sends the guy in motion. 2 seconds. Takes a snap. Throws to the back at the backfield. I see blockers in front of him. And he's going to fall forward there at about the first down marker, but he's going to be just shy of that. So excellent play on that one. In the moment they threw the ball, I saw the blockers ahead of him, and I said, you know what? He's got a chance on this one to get the first. Second down coming up. Again, this offense, there's plenty of guys looking to step up with David Bell being drafted by the Cleveland Browns last year in the draft. And so certainly these wide receivers here looking to make a name for themselves offensively for Purdue. 2nd and 1. Takes a snap here, play fake, and throws it up there. And oh, what a catch on that play. I really thought the safety was about to come and light him up there. But Jones, too tall, Jones on the play. Nice catch there. And that time, they sent the corner on the blitz there at Penn State. And so they sent Joey Porter Jr. on the blitz. And that time, quarterback noticed it, threw the ball up there. And so tremendous job by the receiver to bring it down and avoid the hit. But the safety just flat out whiffed on that opportunity to make the big play. So now quarterback up under center here for the Boilermakers. They're at the 25-yard line of Purdue. They're going to toss it to the back, and he's going to get taken down there. Got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe picked up a yard on that one. Second down coming up. I feel like that's what's going to make the biggest difference in this game. Which quarterback can come out here and give his team the most production offensively for either of these teams? I feel like it's going to make the biggest difference here. But here we go out of the shotgun here. Looking, throws it, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. Tried to catch the linebacker, not looking on the play, but it's incomplete. So 3rd and 9 coming up here. All right, so 3rd and 9 here so far. O'Connell, though, he's currently right now 7 of 11 passing for 87 yards. But here we go in the shotgun. So far in this drive, 8 plays for 67 yards. 10 seconds right now on the play clock. Again, 3rd and 9 right now. This is where those edge rushers for Penn State want to get after the quarterback. They take the snap. They're going to hand it to the back, in the back, making a couple people miss. And oh, he fell backwards there, but he's going to be about a good 2 yards shy of getting the first. That time they were anticipating the edges to come off aggressively, and they just went ahead and ran the draw play, thinking that they might be able to sneak it there. And he's about 3 yards shy of the first down. So now we got 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They're going to bring out the field goal unit here. So no hesitation to bring out the field goal unit here, trying to get the first points of the game. Hold is good. Kick is up. And the kick is good. All right, so the kick is good there. So it's 3-0 right now. Purdue over Penn State in this one. Our first points of the game. Here in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Lewis was hoping for a miss. He was hoping for a miss on that one. So far in that drive, though, I mean, so far in this game, actually, for Purdue, Aiden O'Connell, he's 7 of 11 passing for 87 yards there. And then on the ground as a team, they got 5 carries for 15 yards in this one so far. Receiving wise, you've got Charlie Jones, 3 catches for 50 yards. He's getting like the bulk of the work here. Aside from him, you've got a couple other guys like TJ Sheffield, 1 catch, 11 yards, stuff like that. And so that's what we got going right now so far for Purdue. Braden says the Manning brothers will be doing 9 Monday night games this year. And I will definitely have my TV muted for each and every one of those, Braden. Each and every one of those. Best believe that. Best believe that. But again, currently right now at the commercial so far in this one. I'm just saying, Braden. I am just saying. When it comes to the Manning brothers, yeah, they can have that one. Whatever they got to say, JB will not be tuning in. JB will not be listening because there's nothing that they can say that's going to impress JB. Nothing at all. Lewis says Eli going to give JB a shout out. That will not happen. That will not happen. That's just not going to happen. Whether we're talking Eli Manning, whether we're talking Eli Apple, no Eli is going to give me a shout out ever, ever. So, but again, currently right now coming back from the commercials. So college football is here, guys. All right, so kickoff on the way here. Penn State gets it. He's at the 10, at the 15, brought down at the 20-yard line. And so that is where Penn State's going to take over offensively. They have not asked much so far of Sean Clifford in this one, and the offense has looked a little stagnant so far in this one. Let's see if they start to take a couple deep shots here. That has been one of my pet peeves about a team like Penn State is that there are times where their offense can be a little lackluster because they're not taking shots. And when they do take shots, though, Sean Clifford, he has to show me that he can be more consistently. It's his 6th year here now. I don't know how many more years you need to get it right. But at this point, he's just got to be able to do it. Braden says JB just threw a former Buckeye under the bus, and so like there's a couple things I saw from him. I just can't support that. I just can't support that, honestly. And it means a lot. It means a lot if you attended my university and I still can't support you. So it's the name, Braden. It's the name. It's the name. It's definitely the name. But again, still right now, currently at the commercial. But again, we are still in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to go. So far for Penn State, just 10 yards passing so far in this one. But I'll tell you what, Braden, I'll tell you what's got me fired up for Saturday. Having to listen to Brady Quinn talking about Ohio State, and I'm like, what? I'm like, this guy should be the last person that has anything to say and stuff like that. So hearing all the stuff he had to say about the Buckeyes, I really hope the Buckeyes just come out and just steamroll Notre Dame. I know it's going to be a lot closer game. I'm probably projecting Ohio State to win. I'm going to say 38 to 24, 38 to 24. But I really hope that we just come out here and just set the tone early and just steamroll those guys. Honestly. But it's really going to come down to the defense. Just how much improved would the Buckeyes defensively be? I don't have that answer. I don't have that answer, and I won't speculate until I see us play at least about half a season and stuff like that. But if we can just go out there and look a lot more improved than what we had last year, I mean a lot more improved, look out. This is the year. All right, so let's see. Braden says you got Ohio State winning 45-17. 45-17. Hey, I like that, Braden. I hope that your score is right. But every time I project the Buckeyes to win big, something bad happens. So I'm going to stay away from that, and I'm going to say 38-24 Buckeyes over to maybe even 45-24. Maybe we might just score an extra touchdown just cause. So 45-24, something like that. All right, but here we go. Tight end goes in motion here for Penn State. Clifford up under center here. Takes the snap. Play fake. They're finally going to let him pass the ball. He throws it up there, and it's completed. It's completed. And so his guy goes out of bounds at about their own 40-yard line. And so this is what this offense needs right here. They have to have that balance of being able to pass the ball. They have to be able to pass the ball. Like, you cannot just have to rely only on the run game. But here we go. They're hurrying up here to the line here. Trips towards the bottom of the formation here. Tight end goes in motion here. Two tight ends, two receivers in the back. And they're going to hand it to the back right up the middle. And he's going to pick up 9 yards on the play. See, when you get passes down the field, it opens up the run game a lot more. And so that is what they need to continue to do. 2nd and 1 coming up here. So we got 2nd and 1 here coming up here for Penn State. Trailing 3-0 so far in this one as Purdue kicked the field goal last time out. And they're already here at midfield. But here we go. Shotgun formation here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion. Takes the snap. Fakes it to the back. Looking. Going to throw it to the receiver who went in motion. And he dropped it. He dropped it. It was there. It was there, son. If you want to be a star in this league, you got to be able to hold on to those passes. Let's see. Old man says JB just did a 2023 New England mock draft. Just posted it on Twitter, so I got to check that out for sure. Bet. Old man says Ohio State winning it all. That's right. He ain't lying, y'all. We're going to win it all. Ryan Day set the expectations there. Beat Michigan. I mean, just beat them and beat them up. Also going undefeated, winning the Big Ten, and then bringing home the national championship. Those are the goals. But here we go. Penn State's going to carry the ball and pick up about a good 3 yards on the play. That's going to give them a fresh 2 set of downs to work with. And so now they're in Purdue territory here. Lewis says, are the starters playing for Central Michigan? Well, Lewis, unfortunately, they are, which is bad for them. But yeah, 44-15 at the half. My goodness, son, that is bad. That is real bad. That's the only athletic director though. You got to know your team that you got this year and avoid putting them in situations like that. All right, so I see some adjustments made here by Penn State. Will they be able to get the snap off in time? They do. Hand it to the back, but the back is met by a couple of linemen not going nowhere. That's how you set the tone inside. That's Johnson there on the stop, one of the guys that got there. 2nd down coming up. That's the old man says, nah, I'm being 100. Just put 300 on them winning. Ooh, that's what's up. When they win, you'll win $900. Woo! Go Buckeyes, right? Go Buckeyes. And it all starts Saturday, and we're going to be streaming that one. Best believe that. Best believe that. JB going to be ready for that one. But here we go for Penn State. They're going to go 5 wide here. Clifford with it. He's running now. Feels the pressure. And he's still running. He throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Again, you think of Penn State last year, they had Johan Dotson. No longer have him. He's with the Washington Commanders. They took him in the 1st round, and so they'll be looking to replace him. But so far, All right, that's a penalty against Purdue that time, holding on the defense there. So that's going to give Penn State with a first down. All right, let's see. Who did they call for holding on this one? Okay, I see it there. I see it. But oh man, that's a lot of cash. That's a lot of cash. All right, but here we go, guys. First and 10. Clifford up under center, two tight ends, two receivers, one back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion, play fake, throws it, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. When the ball gets in your hands, you gotta hold on to it. That's incomplete. So now we got second and 10 coming up here. That time, Clifford put the ball where it needed to be. Receiver just couldn't bring it in. Let's see. Braden says a lot of drops so far. So, yes, a lot of drops so far in that one. Oh, man, did you hear about CJ Stroud giving all of his teammates $500 gift cards so that way they can go out there and get some nice game day suits and look nice for the games? That was awfully nice of him to use this NIL deal for that. Awfully nice of him. Well, here we go, Clifford. They run a screen to the tight end, and he's going to pick up about a good 6 yards on that play. Third down coming up. 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Again, Purdue up 3-0 so far in this one, but by far is this the best drive offensively so far for Penn State. But here we go, guys. Third and 4 right now at the Boilermakers' 31-yard line. Can they keep the drive going? Three receivers towards the bottom of the screen here. Shotgun formation. Sean Clifford gets the snap there, going to hand it to the back off the right guard. He's met after 2 yards there, and that defense gets the stop. Let's see, does Penn State consider possibly going for it in this situation here? A lot of options here. You can try to fake, pretend to go for it, draw them offside. You can actually go for it, or take the 3 points. But that will take us to the end of the first quarter, and at the end of the first quarter, the Boilermakers are up 3-0 in this one. But it's Penn State here with the football, facing 4th and 2. Let's see. Lewis says, how about Donovan Mitchell to the Cavs? And so I like it, Lewis. I like it. You know, I looked at the team and I'm like, you know what? I like this move a lot there for Cleveland. I really do. And those Cleveland fans, they're going to love it there. And so that just makes them so much more competitive and better. And so I like that trade for them. I like that trade. I like what it looks like. I like what they've got, the nice core there to build off of there. So it's pretty nice for them. Pretty nice for them, honestly. Sometimes you need a fresh start. You know, sometimes you just need a fresh start. So I like that one for the Cavs. Like it for the Cavs. But how do you guys feel about that trade? Lewis says, yeah, Cleveland didn't give up nothing. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I felt like at this point, Utah would have taken me in the trade, guys. At this point, Utah would have been okay with taking JB in the trade in exchange. They just wanted to get rid of Donovan Mitchell, honestly. That's what it felt like. That's exactly what it felt like. All right, let's see. Old man says, I'm back, JB. These same Bill fans with the Wi-Fi again. And so they never give you a break. They never give you a break at all. Absolutely. I hope that the Wi-Fi is going to be good, though, during the fantasy football draft tomorrow, though. I really hope that you'll be able to make your picks on time. Let's see. Old man says, if Jazz can hit 2 or 3 of those picks, then it's a W. And so, all right, so old man comes to the defense of the Utah Jazz on this one. And so, I mean, that's what it all comes down to. If you really want to see the value of it, see who they end up selecting and how those guys play out, you know, for them. That ultimately is going to determine that. But, hey, you're right about that. But again, right now, currently at the commercial right now, because it was the end of the first quarter. And when we come back, it will be the start of the second quarter. But so far, Boilermakers up 3-0 right now. But Penn State with the football, and they got a decision to make on 4th and 2 from Purdue's 29-yard line. Lewis says Utah gets JB and a hoodie. And so that counts for like 2 picks right there, 2 late-round picks. Don't you think, Lewis? Let's see. Old man says, "Man, JB, don't even say that. Knowing my Wi-Fi, it would go out and the computer would draft Basic Baker for you." So, yeah, hopefully that's not the case, old man. Hopefully that's not the case. But you know, they will certainly try you. They will certainly try you. That is for sure. Because if I see with the first pick that old man took Baker Mayfield, I'm going to know something's not right. All right, so we've got Kevin Warren, the Big Ten commissioner, out in attendance for this matchup here. Of course, the Big Ten out here making big waves, trying to expand, add more teams to it. All right, so 4th and 2 right now, and Penn State looks like they're going to opt to go for it here. So 4th and 2, who wants it more? Who's going to win the battle in the trenches? That's what this is going to come down to here. I see a lot of guys inside. I would like to see them try to bounce it outside here towards the top of the screen here. If their 2 tight ends at the top can seal off that edge. But they play fake, and they're going to bootleg there, and they get it to the back. And so he goes out of bounds at perhaps maybe the 15-yard line there, but an excellent play call because they saw exactly what I saw on that play. That outside of the edge, if you could get the ball there, it was open. And so they got the ball there, and it worked. It worked. And so 80s, what's good with you? What's good with you, 80s? Are you ready for the fantasy football tomorrow, our draft? He has the King Henry emoji. Like it, like it. You say JB's a Big Ten guy. You already know. Already know. But here we go out of the shotgun. Clifford has it. Steps up. Feeling the rush. He's still running. He's going to opt to go out of bounds, getting back to about the line of scrimmage there. So now we got 2nd down coming up here from the Purdue 17-yard line. So far on this drive, 10 plays, 62 yards in about 4 minutes and 20 seconds in terms of time of possession so far in this one for Penn State. But it doesn't mean anything if you're not able to score. They've got to be able to punch it in there. By far their best drive so far today. And here we are at the start of the second quarter, the early stages. Let's see what they do. Trips towards the bottom of the formation here. Shotgun tight end goes in motion. And so they're going to snap the ball here. Hand it to the back, up the middle. He's still on his feet here, powering forward, and picks up about a good 5 yards on the carry, 4 or 5 yards on that one. So now 3rd down coming up. Let's see, Lewis says Eli going to be messing with JB's Wi-Fi on Monday nights, and so that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Let's see, old man says, if that ever happened, I'm cutting him right there, and he's riding the bench. You know what, old man? I have an interesting story about the first year I was commissioner of my own fantasy football league about what happened to one of the guys who's still currently in the league. But I'll get to that in a second after this play. But here we go, 3rd and 5 right now at the Purdue 12-yard line. Penn State with it, takes a snap. Clifford, feeling the rush, throws it. It's caught by the receiver. It's up to him. And so he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And so Mitchell Tinsley with the touchdown there for Penn State. I believe that was Johan Dotson's old number, if I'm not mistaken. And so that is a touchdown there for Penn State. So you look at the replay there, and so that time they're playing the zone there, and the receiver went across the defense, and that time linebacker just too slow. 43 just too slow, my guy, just too slow to get there. That's a mismatch every day of the week. JB could have had better coverage than that. Extra point is up, and it's good. All right, so Penn State getting the first touchdown of the game here, and what a nice score to start off the second quarter here in the early stages here. And so they're up now 7-3, but let's see what Purdue does when they come back out there offensively. They got a field goal last time. Can they score some more in this upcoming drive? Let us find out. Let us find out. Let's see. But yeah, as old man is tested about cutting them. Actually, old man, there was a guy in the league. He's still in the league now, but the first year that he was in the league after the draft, he ended up immediately blowing up his team. He claims that he did not do it himself and that he was somehow hacked or something. But he ended up he dropped Ben Roethlisberger. He dropped AJ Brown. He dropped I believe DK Metcalf. He dropped I forget which running back he dropped, but it was I forget the running back that he had dropped, but he had dropped like five of his core guys and stuff like that. And so when I saw that happen, I immediately picked him up and stuff like that. And then he ended up starting Jameis Winston when Jameis Winston was the third string quarterback for the Saints that year. So yeah, that was crazy. That was bizarre. That was bizarre. To this day, everybody in fantasy football looks at him like he doesn't know what he's doing. So you can't recover from something like that. But that was crazy. Let's see. Braden says Monday night is messing with JB's Wi-Fi night. Let's see. 80 says I have to restart my phone. I hear you. And so JD the musician, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say this line stream and channel is fire, man. Thanks for all the content you bring, dude. So yeah, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro, and hope all is going well. We've got JD Magician here on the stream, y'all. And so if y'all don't know, that right there is actually my brother right there. So yeah, I know we always talk about Mr. JB and stuff like that, but yeah, that is my brother right there. Appreciate you for coming through here on the stream. But again, right now, currently on the commercial right now, and so here we go. When we come back, though, we will see the Boilermakers in this one here in the second quarter with 13 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. Let's see what Purdue has in store for us offensively here. We saw Sean Clifford for Penn State score a touchdown, so we've got to see Aiden O'Connell come back from that and try to respond to that. But again, currently right now at the commercial, 80 says, JB, it's your brother. And so, yeah, it's my brother. So I know I haven't mentioned my brother too much and all like that on the stream. You guys know about Pop Brown. But yes, I have one sibling. And so that is my younger brother. So, absolutely. All right, but here we go, guys. Coming back here from the commercial. Getting the score right now Penn State 7. Purdue has 3. And so let's see what the Boilermakers can do here with the football here after the kickoff. All right, so kickoff on the way here. And that is going to be out of bounds, out of bounds. And so, all right, so we're going to see Purdue come out here starting off first and 10 from their own 20. And let's see what they do in this one. 80 says, like Peyton and Eli brothers. And so, that's not the comparison I would have done, 80s. Not at all. Not at all, but I guess I can't deny that one. We're like the better version, like the way better version of them. So, all right, but here we go. Out of the shotgun here, takes a snap, throws it quickly to the receiver, and he dropped it. He dropped the pass there, incomplete. And so, a lot of drops so far early in this one. We saw Penn State have a couple of drops in their last drive. They were able to overcome it. Let's see if Purdue can overcome it here on this drive. And so let's see. 80 says, you're the Eli of the two. That is not the case. Not the case at all. At all. Braden says West Virginia and Pittsburgh are tied at 10 at the half. And so, okay, bet. So 10-10. Appreciate that update right there. Very interesting game. I am actually rooting for Pittsburgh to beat West Virginia in that one. Let's see. Braden says all the other games going on are blowouts, and so yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. That Oklahoma State game, yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. But right now they're reviewing targeting right now. I tell you what, nothing wrecks a team like when your team is on the wrong end of a targeting call. Ooh, so they all right. So it is a targeting call after all, and so number 11, his day is done. Yeah, I mean, that targeting call, it will do it for you. It will do it for you. All right, let's see. Brandon says two former USC quarterbacks are going at it in that game. Okay, I did not pay attention to that actually. You're right about that. And so 80 says targeting, come on. So 80s doesn't like it. He's not happy. JB's not happy with it either. But that is the rule, but still, you hate it because you know that play was also incomplete. You already know the ball was already on the ground, so there was really no need to go all out like that for the ball. I get it. It's an opportunity to light somebody up, but that time it cost you being in this game right here. So you hate it. Your season just getting started and you're already out. But here we go. Aiden throws the ball, caught there by the receiver, and he picks up about a good 8.5 yards on that one before going out of bounds. As Tracy Jr. with the reception there. 2nd and 2 coming up here from the Purdue 48-yard line. Here in the early stages of the second quarter, trailing 7-3 to Penn State. Let's see. 80 says, JB, what do you think about the new NFL quarterback rules? And so that's a good question. Meanwhile, Purdue on the carry. What a nice carry that was there by Tracy. I'm sorry, Tyrone Tracy on the carry there for 8 yards there. Let's see. 80 says he missed the days of the tough NFL quarterbacks. They don't make them like that anymore. 80s. I was talking to Pot Brown the other day about Tom Brady and stuff like that, and I was like, Brett Favre, I feel like could have played as long as Tom Brady's playing if the rules were like they were throughout most of Tom Brady's career and stuff like that to extend it. If Brett Favre had that kind of protection, I honestly feel like Brett Favre would have been playing about as long as Tom Brady and probably about almost as effective. Brett liked to turn the ball over. Meanwhile, though, on the flea flicker and that pass, and you overthrew your tight end who was open on that play. You're a 6-year quarterback. How many years do you need to get that pass correct? He was wide open. You look at they hand it to the back there. And so there you bring the defense up. He flings it back there. He had time to make a decent throw there, and you still overthrow the wide open tight end. You just cannot do that. Look at it. Wide open. And you overthrew him. Incomplete. All that for nothing. But here we go. 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. Throws it quickly. Caught by the receiver. That's a first down there. Before you get slammed down to the ground, it's going to be a first down through the forward progress. But yeah, I mean, those days are long gone and stuff like that. Along with allowing defenses to go out there and then, just flat out hit somebody. The days of seeing a Sean Taylor go out there and light somebody up, those days are gone. Those days are gone. The days of seeing a defense be able to rough up a quarterback and stuff like that, those days are gone. So there's a lot of negatives to it, but there's also guys extending careers, and so that's kind of a bit of a positive as well. They're going to hand it to the back, and so goes out of bounds at about the 26-yard line, but it is a first down. So the Boilermakers right now boiling up out there on the drive, and so here we go, 1st and 10 from the Penn State 27-yard line. They want to get into the end zone. Let's see. 80 says that is a good comparison. Poor Brett, and so hey, Brett got taken out by that whole New Orleans bounty hunting stuff. That stuff took him out. But absolutely, Brett had the love of the game, same passion that Brady had and stuff like that. Maybe even more. So he would have been playing a long time. Meanwhile, oh, what a pass there! What a pass! But that's incomplete. Incomplete. That would have been nice if he'd have caught that, but incomplete. Oh yeah, he went up there, but just couldn't secure it. Just couldn't secure it. Let's see. Lewis says, "I wonder how many times they practiced on that play and wasted it in seconds." And so, yeah, when you call a flea flicker, it has to work. Like it has to work. You got to call it at the most opportune time, and it was open. It was a good call. I can't make the quarterback throw it accurately. I just can't make him do it. But here we go. Speaking of throwing it through it, that's a penalty. That's a penalty right there. That is a penalty. And we've got 80s right here with a look. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. And let's see. 80 says with the super chat, I miss the days of when they were allowed to mess up only the emergency quarterback. Only the emergency quarterbacks. I hear you. I hear you. Absolutely. The era of the emergency quarterbacks. What an era it was. But again, that's 80s there with the super chat. Appreciate you as always there, 80s. Absolutely. But yeah, every team used to carry an emergency quarterback. I feel like the Minnesota Vikings, though, on one too many times, were starting emergency quarterbacks. Whether we were talking about Joe Webb, coming out there and handing the ball off to Adrian Peterson about 28 times in a game and stuff like that, or whoever they stick back there back in the day. And so they throw it to the receiver, and so the receiver gets to about the first down marker. Let's see where they mark him at there. But right now, Purdue's knocking on that door. Can Penn State clamp down and keep him out the end zone, or will Purdue get in there? You can tell by their body language. They want to get into the end zone here. Can they get into the end zone? You got to take advantage of these red zones and come away with touchdowns. You look at last season, the red zone defense, and hey, they were pretty effective. Penn State was with a 38% touchdown rate. That's great. That's tremendous red zone defense there. But let's see if it carries over to this year. 2nd and 1. Let's see what Purdue does. Quarterback up under center here. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. The back. Off the left guard here. He stiff arms somebody. And he's going to walk into the end zone for the touchdown. And so just like that, King Doru with the touchdown to give Purdue the lead in this one. They're up 9-7, and we got the PAT attempt coming up here. That was an excellent run because that time the play was actually designed to go up the middle. But that time he knew nothing was there, so then he bounced to the left, which was great. That time he had a lot of help there because the tight end, he had to make sure that guy was out of the way. But that's on the running back there. Tremendous job on the running back there to find the hole in that play and to get there. He also had a deadly stiff arm as well. That was tremendous. 80 says touchdown, good runner. And so extra point is good. Extra point is good. So now Purdue up 10-7. Look at that stiff arm again. I could watch that stiff arm all game long. Kind of reminds you of a little mini Derrick Henry there in terms of the stiff arm there. Here in the second quarter with 9 minutes and 43 seconds to go. And right now, Purdue up 10-7 in this one. Now is a good time, though, to let me know who do you guys want to see win this one. Are you rooting for Penn State or are you rooting for Purdue? But so far in this game for Purdue, Aiden O'Connell at quarterback, 10 of 16 passing for 113 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. On the ground as a team for Purdue, 8 carries for 34 yards, including King Doru, who's got 5 carries for 21 yards so far in this one. As for Penn State, Sean Clifford, he's 5 of 9 passing for 60 yards. He did throw that 1 touchdown, no interceptions. For Penn State, though, on the ground, 14 carries for 50 yards. They have 5 guys who have taken carries so far in this game. But again, right now, currently at the commercial with the Boilermakers up 10-7 in this matchup between two Big Ten teams. All right, let's see. So 80s, of course, going Penn State in this one here. Penn State. And of course, a team like Penn State here, a lot of opportunities this year. A lot of opportunities. It's just going to come down to, can Sean Clifford have a bigger impact than he did last year? And consistency from the run game. I see Singleton is getting a lot of carries there for Penn State, so they clearly want to continue to give him the ball there. And so that's going to be something that continues throughout the course of the season for him to get more and more carries. And so let's see, we got Black Medicine. What's good with you? What's good with you? And he says, "Roll damn Tide." And so I thought that the way that the score looked, I thought it was basically Bama out there playing against Central Michigan. The way that score looks right now, 51-15 in the early third quarter. But yeah, so Bama then plays Saturday, I believe. But absolutely, let's see. Carmichael, what's good with you? Carmichael says, "Hello, JB. My power went out, so I can't be here for that long. Appreciate you for coming through. Definitely get that fixed, though, before fantasy football tomorrow and stuff like that. You guys already know our fantasy football league, so hey, I'm ready for it tomorrow. Ready for it tomorrow. So make sure that everybody's got their cables and stuff working for tomorrow." Lewis says, "Is it third quarter?" No, unfortunately not yet. Unfortunately not yet. But it is the second quarter with 9 minutes and 43 seconds to go. And we got a penalty here on the kickoff. He knows he made a mistake on that one. Massive mistake on that one. Carmichael says, "It was just a storm. It should be good by tomorrow." And so, okay, bet. Excited to see how the draft is going to go and finally be able to have that team, that initial team to start off the season with. Of course, a lot of changes will transpire throughout the course of the season, but the draft is always fun. But here we go for Penn State here out of the shotgun. Going to get the ball to the back off the right side. And he's going to pick up about a yard or two on the carry. Second down coming up here. 2nd and 9. Here in the second quarter with 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go. All right, so Carmichael says Penn State is who he wants to win. All right, so we got a couple here for Penn State. Okay. 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun formation here. Up, making an adjustment here, looking to the sideline here. Again, we've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Gives it to the back, up the middle. And he's going to pick up a yard on the carry. It's going to make it 3rd and 8 right now. So 3rd and 8. Can they convert here? If not, then Purdue will be able to get the stop defensively. Let's see, Carmichael says, "JB, last chance for you to take Mitch." And so, that's not happening. That's not happening. That is not happening. I'm sorry. That's just not happening. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun. There's 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen there. Takes the snap. There's a penalty. He throws it, and it's incomplete, but there was a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is going to be called and who's it going to be against. All right, let's see. Black Medicine says boiler up. So we've got someone here representing Purdue in this one. 80 says, "JB, I just watched one of your brother's vids. Wow, he has talent. Awesome piano player." So appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure. I'll be sure to let him know that for sure. And so, yeah, definitely. I told him that he should definitely focus his, channel on doing a lot more music and stuff like that, especially with the piano. That's one of his passions and stuff like that. But he's more so vocal on other social media apps and stuff like that, not so much on YouTube. But I was telling him that he's got enough talent to make a channel out on YouTube for sure. And so I said, you got to start somewhere. You start somewhere and you'll continue to get even better. But that was pass interference there against Purdue is what they're calling. And that's a big penalty right there. That's a big penalty right there. Now you're gifting them with a first down here and a fresh new set of downs. So, but big penalty. But appreciate that, 80s. 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 All right, here we go. First and 10 out of the shotgun. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. And now we're on Purdue's side of the football field at their 49-yard line. Clifford takes a snap, steps up. He's going to go deep and take a shot, and it is going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Great coverage on the play. So now we got second and 10 coming up here. Second and 10 coming up here for Penn State. All right, so here we go, guys. Second and 10 out of the shotgun formation. There are three receivers, one tight end, one back. 15 seconds to go in the play clock here in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Out of the shotgun, going to hand it to the back in the back. Oh, ran a guy over on his way to picking up 3 yards on the carry. And that's Kayvon Lee right there on the carry. And so Lee, one of the more experienced backs that Penn State has. They got a couple of true freshmen in there, but he's the experienced back that they have. If he's improved upon his pass blocking and also holding on to the football, then he can have a tremendous role for this team with his veteran experience. But here we go. Third and 6 out of the shotgun. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Clifford gets the snap. Purdue sending 4. He steps up, avoids the first guy, throws it across the middle. Incomplete. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up. So fourth down coming up. I will say this though, Penn State, they've had times where they've gotten after the quarterback there. They may not have George Karlaftis anymore, who was drafted by the Chiefs with the 30th overall pick in the first round, but they're still generating a lot of pressure still. All right, so here we go, fourth and 6. Punts on the way. And oh, what a nice punt. What a nice punt that time. And so that's going to make them start off from their own 3-yard line. Wow, tremendous punt on that one. Tremendous. And that's going to take us to the commercial, guys. And of course, Purdue leading this one 10-7 right now over Penn State. Let's see. Black Medicine says Joe has a channel, and so yeah, he has his music channel there. Let's see. He stopped by here earlier, so you can see it in the chat section. But yeah, he's got let's see, the JDA musician channel, and so yeah, I've tried to have him, do a couple more things with his music and stuff. But yeah, he's got a couple videos up there. I think just a couple videos, nothing too recent. All right, let's see. Lewis says, I agree with 80s. I just watched. He does have talent. And so, yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure. For sure. For sure. Let's see. Black Medicine says, good. Joe is talented too. And so, yeah, I always try to tell him. Like, you just got to start somewhere, and where you get started at, you can continue to improve, and people will, eventually flock to you, like you just got to start somewhere. And so, let's see, Black Medicine says, wind in the background. But again, currently right now at the commercial. Black Medicine says, who do you guys think you are, Mel Kiper? That is funny. Good old Mel Kiper. And of course, the next stream is going to be Saturday. And so you guys already know which game I'm going to be streaming: Notre Dame versus Ohio State. And so I am looking forward to that one. It's going to be a true test for the Buckeyes defensively, though, for me to gauge just how improved are we from last year defensively. Obviously, that was an Achilles heel last year. That defense, there was a couple games out there that the defense looked horrible, honestly, last year, to put it nicely. We only had one game that I was proud of defensively, and that was when Ohio State played Michigan State. And I really thought we had turned the curve after that, but no, we made absolutely no adjustments last year whenever a team came out there and just hit us in the mouth defensively. So I need to see a lot of different things here. We're going to have a lot of different multiple looks defensively, and we got a lot of talent. Last year we had like 5 freshmen out there defensively, so we have to be better, right? We've got to be better. We have to be. Let's see. Black Medicine says keeping up with the Pitt game, and so yeah. So West Virginia's leading that one 17-10, but that one is a great game as well. Meanwhile, for Purdue, they give it to the back, and the back off the right side gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Second down coming up. Let's see. Black Medicine says evaluating the man's talent. Braden says I just watched it too. He's really good at piano. Braden says almost the JB halftime show with special guest Urban Meyer, and so yeah, that would be something. That would be something there. That would be something. 80 says what time is the game on Saturday? And so Saturday's game is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I gotta double check that. I'll double check that real quick. But another drop here by Purdue. I mean, these guys gotta calm down. I get it. It's the first game of the season. Everybody's all amped up, want to make a play. But my goodness, you gotta catch that pass right there. That's a big drop. Third down coming up, but that ball hit you right between the chest there, son. I mean, wow, wow, that is crazy. So now we got third down. But yeah, 80s is 7:30 p.m. Eastern time Saturday. Notre Dame versus Ohio State. Notre Dame's ranked number 5. Ohio State's ranked number 3. And so quarterback throws it way too high. Incomplete. So now we got fourth down coming up here. And so they're going to force the punt team to come out here. All that because the receiver dropped that ball there on second down when he was wide open there. You would have got the first down if he held on to that ball there. Too many drops so far in this one for both teams. And of course you see Manny Diaz, defensive coordinator there for Penn State. Let's see. 80 says Braden. Black Medicine says, I think I saw someone losing to Bryant by 16. And so who are they playing against? Meanwhile, punt's on the way. And so he's going to catch it at his own 46-yard line. Makes the first guy miss. Still on his feet here. Slows down, hesitates. Kind of I don't know what he's doing out there, but he's moving kind of like, I don't know, like, that was crazy. Like he's out there just moving sideways and stuff. That was very video game-ish out there. Let's see. 80 says, a nighttime game on Saturday. You said crap, you'll be drinking and dropping some money, LOL. Hey, these are the best kind of streams there, but I'm going to be locked in. Y'all already know when it comes to the Buckeyes here. And then I already said it last time. I'll say it again. Notre Dame, one of the most privileged teams in college football that I can think of. They're the first ones that come to mind. So I really hope to beat them. That's one thing that both me and Pop Brown both agree on, is that we want to see Notre Dame fall on their faces. And so, but here we go. For Sean Clifford takes a snap up under center, going to head it to the back, up the middle, and he's going to pick up about a good 4 yards on the play. Let's see. Lewis says, they're doing me a favor, JB dropping passes. And so that's right. That's right. Lewis says, what? You got Bryant plus 10? Lewis is like, this is news to him. This is news to him. All right, but here we go, guys, in the shotgun. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back. Clifford making adjustments here on the offensive line. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. Takes a snap, gives it to the back. Back tries to go off the right side there, met by a couple of defenders, and gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that is it. Third down coming up. here in the second quarter with 5 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Again, the score right now, Purdue up 10-7 over Penn State. Let's see. 80 says a great JB Nation halftime show would be your brother playing some music, and so yeah, definitely he's more of a basketball guy. I will say that he's more of a basketball guy. So if I were to get him on the stream, it would have to be for basketball. It would have to be. But here we go. Clifford moving around. He's trying to run, and he stretches out there. Did he get it? Oh, they gave him a very favorable marking on that one. So that's going to be a first down. So 1st and 10 here for Penn State. They're trailing right now 10-7. But yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. 80's not a bad idea at all. Maybe I can get him to make an intro or something for me. Maybe I can do that. Who knows? But here we go. Tight end goes in motion here. Takes the snap. Going to hand it to the back. Out of the shotgun formation. He falls forward for a yard on the carry. 2nd down coming up. It feels like these defenses are starting to shut down the run a little bit on 1st and 2nd down, forcing these 3rd and long situations here. But here we go out of the shotgun. We've got 2 receivers on this one, 2 tight ends, and a back out of the shotgun. Let's see if the defense sends pressure here. 5 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap there. Defense is sending pressure. Clifford throws it. It's caught by his tight end, and so he's going to pick up the first down, taking it all the way to the 21-yard line there of Purdue with 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 80 says intro would be cool. And so, yeah, I may have to reach out to him about that. That's what I'm thinking. It would be a great direction to take. Since we're now officially JB2K at the moment now, so why not, right? Why not? But here we go. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Back goes in motion, takes the snap, throws to the receiver, and he's going to take it all the way to about the 17-yard line there for Penn State. So we got 2nd and 6 coming up here for Penn State, who trail right now by 3 points. But they are moving the ball here. Let's see if they can get another touchdown here. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes it to the back. Clifford has it, throws it up there. Incomplete. The receiver just stopped running, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. And you see Clifford right there. Roughing the passer. Ooh. So let's see that replay there. Oh, yeah. Anytime you go low on a quarterback like that and the ball's already out, in today's league, they are going to call that a flag there. Yeah, and you can already see he's already got that knee brace there. Thank goodness for that. Wow. Big time penalty, though. So now we got 1st and goal. 1st and goal so far on this drive. 6 plays, 35 yards in about 3 minutes and 40 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. They need 8 yards to get into the end zone here. Out of the shotgun. Three receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap, gonna hand it to the back, in the back. Bouncing around, he falls about 1.5 yards, 2 yards shy of getting into the end zone here in the second quarter with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. So Singleton, so far in this one, 8 carries for 30 yards so far here for Penn State. All right, we got the big boys in for this formation here. We know what this means. Who wants it more? The battle in the trenches here. Clear for the punter center here. Everybody crunched in close. Quarterback sneak. Quarterback sneak. And he's going to be short. Oh, they say a touchdown. Okay, they say a touchdown. Well, how about that? Touchdown for Penn State. And so you see the three guys they had in the backfield on that play. They came in and just gave that extra push right there. They just said, we're just simply going to out muscle you on this play. Let's not make it fancy here. And so, and then Clifford was basically in a sandwich on that one. But he happened to fall into the end zone thanks to the push by the guys in the backfield. Extra point is good. All right, so Penn State with the lead now, 14-10 after Sean Clifford on the quarterback keeper up the middle snuck his way into the end zone, and Lewis is not happy about that at all. At all. He said this is not how he wanted to start off his college football season. And so we're currently right now at the commercial after that 2 yard run for the touchdown by Sean Clifford on the quarterback sneak up the middle. Again, that was pretty impressive there. 8 plays, 43 yards, 4 minutes and 30 seconds to turn time possession off the clock. Capped it off in the end zone. So far, Penn State 2 touchdowns here in the second quarter. But there's still 1 minute and 44 seconds to go for Purdue. So let's see what Purdue does when we come back here from the commercial. And let's see. Yeah, so far in this one, let's see. West Virginia is still leading Pitt so far in this one, 17-10. So that's the only real good game that we still got outside of this one. I imagine Oklahoma State has got to have their backups in already by now. I would already imagine that. Wake Forest, they're doing putting in work right now, 23-3. Early stages of the third quarter for them. But of course, Saturday is going to be the day, guys. I mean, it is going to be the day from matchups like Cincinnati versus Arkansas. That's going to be a good one. Also, Oregon versus UGA. That's going to be a good one as well in terms of the earlier games, of course. And then let's see, Utah versus Florida. That could be interesting, possibly. And of course, Notre Dame versus Ohio State, which is what we're going to be watching tomorrow. All right, but here we go, getting ready to get ready for the kickoff here. The Purdue crowd wants to see their team try to score again before the half. Kickoff on the way. Goes to the end zone and bounces out of bounds. All right, so let's see what the Boilermakers offense can do here. Again, in the second quarter with 1 minute and 44 seconds to work with. 1 minute 44 seconds to work with. And let's see what they do. Again, both teams with all three timeouts right now. And the score right now, Penn State leading 14-10 here in the second quarter with 1 minute and 44 seconds to go. Again, Penn State did have number 11 ejected for targeting, so he's out the game at linebacker. But here we go for Purdue. Shotgun formation there. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Back goes in motion. Takes a snap. Throws it to the receiver, and he catches it on the slant route. Takes it. Let's see. It's a pick up of 9 yards on the play for number 9. So now we've got second and they say two coming up. So second and two. Rice, the receiver, on that one. They're hurrying up to the line, though. Want to preserve some time. Second and two. Takes the snap. Going to hand it to the back. In the back off the left side. Trying to bounce outside. Cuts up. Gets the first down and takes it all the way to about the 41-yard line. They got the first down. And you know what that means in college football. The clock is going to stop there until they get lined up there. And so that is big. All right, so now they're lined up. The clock's going to get back to running. Shotgun formation here. Take the snap there. Running back has to try to pick up the blitz on that one. And so, wide open. The receiver takes it all the way to about the 33-yard line of Penn State. So just like that, a couple of plays and we're already deep into Penn State territory here. And so that time they brought the pressure there, sending that slot cornerback and the running back. I'm not going to say he picked him up, but he at least distracted him long enough. But here we go, out of the shotgun. 55 seconds left to go. They take the snap, look and throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty. All right, so they're going to remove the flag there, saying that it's no flag. Okay, so they pick up the flag. Again, second and 10 right now. Boilermakers with the football, moving the ball nicely on this drive here. All three timeouts remaining. So here we go out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Penn State sending four. Throws to the tight end across the middle. He picks up 9 yards on the play. 43 seconds here. Third down coming up. 40 seconds. They still got all three timeouts here. I was about to say, you got to call a timeout. You got all three timeouts. You might as well call a timeout here. Big third and one coming up here. So Purdue calls a timeout. With the score, Penn State 14, Purdue 10. All right, so after that timeout, they're getting ready to return back to the action here with 35 seconds. 35 seconds before we reach halftime. I know Lewis is going for the defense here. All right, so here we go. Third and one. We've got multiple, multiple tight ends here. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap, going to hand it to him. And so off the edge, he fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. He had picked up the first down, but he fumbled it. And the ball went to Joey Porter Jr., the defensive back for Penn State. Wow, look at that play. So they ran the jet sweep. He made the first guy miss. That's what you're supposed to do. As a ball carrier, though, the fact that he had the ball on the right side of his hand is why he fumbled that. That's why when you're carrying the ball, you're supposed to have it on that outside hand there. And if he put it on that outside hand like he's supposed to, that would not have happened. But he had it on his inside arm, which led it right in front of the defender to come in and knock it out. Even an emergency quarterback in JB knows better than that. That's a learning lesson, a teachable moment right there. That ball should have been on that outside hand when he was carrying it. Let's see. Braden says fumble. Lewis says fumble. He's like, thank you. He is like, thank you. But man, that's a big time fumble right there for Purdue. Because I mean, we're talking about possibly being able to get a touchdown or a field goal or something. But hey, that's a big time fumble right there, and you just can't do that again. When they this is something that you learn at an early age right there. When you get the ball in that jet sweep, or if you're carrying the ball, you have got to keep that ball to the outside. It should have been in his left hand instead of his right hand. I don't know why he had it in his right hand for. Clearly, he's not a running back. What are we challenging? What are we challenging, please? 80 says yes, he likes it. He loves it. He wants some more of it. Yeah. I could have saved him that timeout and told him don't challenge it. I could have saved him that timeout. But that is a huge turnover. Huge, huge, huge turnover right there. So now for Penn State here, 30 seconds to work with here from their own 18-yard line. Let's see what they do. Out of the shotgun, take the snap there. Clifford gonna go deep. Has a guy, and they're gonna call the penalty. Another penalty. We're out here gifting first downs between the drops, between the mistakes, and now we're also getting penalties here. This is a big penalty. So big penalty there against the defense. Oh, and that's tough too. That's real tough there because that pass. Yeah, that pass he slowed down for it. Pass wasn't the most best. It wasn't the best pass there, but that's big. All right, so now after that penalty from their own 33-yard line in the shotgun, they're going to go with four receivers on this one running back. Takes the snap, producing in four. Clifford moving around, throws it off the wrong foot, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. So second down coming up. Yeah, he threw that one off the wrong foot that time. All right, so with the running back going in motion, we'll now look at five wide out of the shotgun here on second and 10. Ball at about the 33-yard line here for Penn State. Clifford moving around, throws it, and it's completed. Still on his feet. Look at him, shakes off the guy. Oh my goodness. Will he actually be able to score? Wow, how does that happen? Wow. Talk about a series of unexplained events. Wow. I mean, he literally shook that man off like, get away from me. I've got a score to get. Wow. What a play. I mean, from a tight end perspective, that play was similar to something that I can expect George Kittle to do something like that. But man, that was just. Let me see that replay again, because that time I was already looking at Clifford. He was moving around in the pocket, as we've seen him do many times there. But that time he had a guy that just was wide open. Defensive back was slow dragging with himself on that play. And so then he just shook the man off. Get this man in the weight room. Well, he broke somebody's ankles on that one there. 21. I mean, his ankle was broke on that one. So you broke his ankle. You shook him off like a bug. Made the next guy miss also. Your teammates did a good job blocking to help you get downfield without getting a penalty. I mean, wow, this was this was wild. This was wild. And so now we got the extra point attempt coming up here. Extra point attempt is good. So, wow. A 67-yard touchdown pass from Sean Clifford to Brenton Strange, who did some strange things to get in that end zone, but he got there. He got there, leaving just 2 seconds here before the half. So how about that for Purdue? You're thinking you're about to take the lead before the half, then all of a sudden the guy fumbles it, and then from there it's just all Penn State the rest of the way. These are the kind of plays that can win or lose games, and so Purdue made a massive mistake. They got to make up for it in the second half. But wow, it all started with Shepard though on that jet sweep, had the ball in the wrong hand. He should have had it in his left hand there on that outside, but he had it in his right hand. They ripped it out. That was bad. That was bad. Let's see where we are right now. Old man says, this has been a really good game, and so yes, it has been. And so 80 says, touchdown Henry style. Jay, what's good with you? What's good with you? Jay says, hey, y'all. Braden says, was that Cole Strange's brother? What can I say? They keep it strange, right? 80 says, hey, Jay. Lewis is not happy about that at all. Meanwhile, kickoff on the way. Will we get a return here? And we will. All right. This will take us to the half. He's at the gets brought down at about the 13-yard line. That's going to take us to halftime. So at the half, Penn State up 21-10 on the road at Purdue. I'll give them props for that. Coming down to Purdue, that is not an easy place to go at, especially for a primetime matchup at night. Not an easy place to play at. But right now, the first half, Penn State's in the lead of this one, 21-10. And so let's see. Jay says, hey, JB, is your next stream on Saturday? Wondering because I'm going to be out of town for a few days. And so that is correct, Jay. My next stream is going to be Saturday, and it's going to be the nighttime matchup between Notre Dame and the Ohio State Buckeyes. And so you guys already know I'm rooting for my Buckeyes all the way in that one. And so I want us to show no mercy, to go out there and to show them that we are that team. And so, but yes, the next stream will be on Saturday. After that, I'm also going to be streaming on Monday, where we have the Chick-fil-A Clemson versus Georgia Tech matchup. So I'll also be streaming on Monday as well, if you can't make it for that Saturday one. Jay says, shoot, I may miss that stream, but I'll be back Sunday at least. So I'll catch Monday night's game. And so bet. Hey, I appreciate the heads up for sure. And we're glad to have you whenever you can come for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna be totally hyped up for my Buckeyes. So I've been waiting a long time to see this Buckeyes, and I'm so looking forward to seeing this defense. And we cannot look like we did last year. Like, we cannot let that happen. Can't do it. Braden says, JB knows crazy things happen when Purdue plays at home at night. We're just going to leave it at that, Braden. There's no need to bring up anything beyond that, but you're absolutely right. I cringe when I see us going down to a place like Penn State, or even a place like Iowa or something like that in a nighttime game. I start cringing because I'm like, oh, man, this could be bad. This could be real bad, real bad. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it, honestly. It's like they show, somebody goes out there, makes a wish for Ohio State to lose, and it comes true or something like that. So I try to avoid those games if possible. 80 says, will JB buy Chick-fil-A for us during that game? The answer for that is a negative on that one. That is a negative. I don't have an NIL deal. So if I was an athlete with an NIL deal, then that would be different. That would be different. Jay said, what is Monday's game? So, yeah, Jay, Monday's game is Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Clemson versus Georgia Tech. And so I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be rooting for the Yellow Jackets. I expect Clemson to win, and I expect them to win big, but I'm going to be rooting for the Yellow Jackets in that one. This is personal. This is Ohio State and Clemson has made me mad one time too many, so I am not going to be rooting for Clemson at all. I hope that Georgia Tech goes out there and drops 40 on them, but that's not going to happen. But I'm going to be rooting for Georgia Tech. Best believe that. Best believe that. And so, but again, currently right now at the half, and just to relay the stats, we'll start with Penn State. Sean Clifford, 8 of 15 passing for 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, and not to mention, he also ran it for a touchdown as well. So Sean Clifford balling with 3 touchdowns, guys. Who would have thought? I guess if you play in college football for 6 years, you're bound to come out and look like a quarterback in one of those years. But what a hot start here in the first half for him so far in this one. I'm going to give him props for that one. On the ground, 23 carries for 77 yards. Nicholas Singleton, he's leading running back here for Penn State. The freshman, he's catching 9 carries for 33 yards so far in this one. They've also relied on Kavion Lee, 5 carries for 13 yards, and Katra Allen, 5 carries for 19 yards as well. Meanwhile, for Purdue, the Boilermakers here. Aiden O'Connell, another 6-year quarterback here, 13 and 22 for 155 yards through the air, no touchdowns, no interceptions. On the ground, 11 carries for 50 yards as a team. You've got King Doro, he's got 6 carries for 29 yards and a rushing touchdown, while Dalen Downing, he's got your 4 carries for 14 yards so far in this one. Receiving wise, who's standing out? Well, for Purdue, Charlie Jones, he's got your 4 catches for 59 yards. TJ Sheffield, he's got your 2 catches for 20 yards. And Tyrone Tracy, 2 catches for 17 yards. And Mershawn Rice, 2 catches for 33 yards for Purdue. For Penn State, it's Parker Washington. He's got 2 catches for 30 yards. And then you've also got Mitchell Tinsley. He's got 2 catches for 16 yards. And Brenton Strange, the guy who brought in that 67-yard touchdown reception before the half there, he's got 2 catches for 77 yards here for Penn State so far in this one. Let's see. All right, so where are we at right now? All right, so Lewis got Yellow Jackets up there. Bet. Jay says maybe Georgia Tech can run some option offense to throw Clemson off. LOL. And so, as long as it's a close game, I'll be satisfied with that. Just give me a close game. I don't want no nasty beatdown. Just give me a close game. That's all I'm asking for. Brandon says, I don't know if I'll be able to watch on Monday, but I'll definitely be here Saturday night, and I expect you to be really hyped. And so, you already know. We're talking about the Buckeyes here, the Buckeyes. I mean, I'll have a horse in the race, so best believe that. Brandon says, I hope Clemson wins. And so, Braden, how could you do that? How could you do that? Braden says, JB needs to be in a State Farm commercial. I mean, you know what? Now that you mention it, I'm like the only one that's left off, They got A-Rod, they got Mahomes, and so why not me? Why not me? Jay says, who is Clemson quarterback? That's a very good question. Who is Clemson's quarterback? Because that's all they were missing. That's all they were missing. You give them a quarterback, and they're like, they'll be really good. So, and their quarterback is, yeah. I'm not going to be able to say that last name at all, like at all. But his first name is DJ. We'll start with that. Like, I can't say his last name. I can't say his last name. But, we'll see how he does, though. We'll see how he does this year. If they can improve on that quarterback play from last year, then that'd be big. I don't know if they have another freshman that's probably going to come in and maybe start over him, because last year he threw for 2,200 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. And so I'm pretty sure if they can upgrade the position that they definitely would have, but I don't know. Braden says DJU. Let's go with that. DJU. I would totally slaughter this man's name if I tried to say it. So we'll just go with DJU. Lewis says the guy is tall. Yeah, 6'4", about 235. I mean, he's big, but last year 9 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. That's what held them back last year. If they had solid quarterback play in the ACC, who's going to beat them? Because the defense is still elite. Their defense is still elite, and they still have some ball players from at the skill position. They just need a quarterback. That's all they need, is a quarterback to come in there and solidify the position like they had when they had Trevor Lawrence. But outside of that, though, we'll see what team challenges, competes in the ACC. I see Pitt has the lead, guys. Pitt is leading against West Virginia 24-17. I see in the third quarter. So West Virginia was up 17-10 last time I checked. Now it's 24-17. So that's what you love about college football. That's what you love about football in general, how things change so quickly. Give me a week one upset here since this is technically week one of college football. Give me your week one potential upset that you guys are going to call. If an upset happens, what team do you think is going to have an upset with the matchups that we have this week in college football? Jay says he's going to miss Kansas State first game too. You're upset about that, but it should be an easy win. Braden says, I see Urban Meyer on my screen, LOL. And so I'm more upset about seeing Brady Quinn on my screen right now. I look at him, I look at Matt Leinart, I'm like, wow, is that the requirement to be able to do broadcasting? You have to be a failed quarterback and all like that. Is that the requirement? But man, let's see. 80 says, I hope Reggie Bush has his Heisman back. And so they should have never took it from him to begin with. Should have never took it from him to begin with. Regardless of that, the man still went out there and played. He went out there and played. He earned that. So I agree with you there. Jay says next week Kansas State plays on Missouri, an old rivalry. Big game. Okay, versus Mizzou. And so Black Medicine says the Neapolitan politician, I'm sorry, Polytechnical State fighting Dowls versus Auburn Tigers. Pure hatred there against Auburn, I see. But yeah, I mean, of all these games, though, that's going to be coming out week one, in terms of a potential upset game, hmm. If I had to go upset, you know what? I'm going to go off the limb and say if I had to go upset, there are two teams that are probably coming to mind right now that I'm looking at. Maybe Western Michigan versus Michigan State, a game that nobody's thinking about at all. Maybe Western Michigan beats number 15 Michigan State. Maybe. I'm digging deep here, guys. Digging deep. Looking at the schedule though for potential upsets. All right, Jay says, when will Scott Frost be fired? And so put that here in the comment section. What game do you think? I think perhaps after game number 5 is when they go ahead and cut ties with him. After game number 5, you realize the experiment didn't work. Let's get the interim coach in there. And so let's go with that. Let's see. Braden says, all those guys on there were really good in college, but terrible in the NFL. I wouldn't say Reggie Bush was terrible in the NFL. He just wasn't elite like he was at college, but at least he had a sustainable career, and unlike some of those guys. Let's see. Black Medicine says unranked Florida will upset number 7 Utah in Gainesville. I thought about that, but then I thought about Florida's offense. That's what shied me away from that. That would have been a perfect pick for an upset, but I thought about the University of Florida offense, and I didn't like what I thought about when I thought about it. So I said, let me just not mention that one. But that's still a potential one. I don't know who they got at quarterback this year, so maybe it could be different. And if they have a quarterback, you best believe it's a potential that it can happen. Let's see. Braden says Cincinnati beats Arkansas. And so, okay. That would be. Hey, that's a game I'm looking forward to at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm looking forward to that one. Let's see. 80 says upset UK over Miami of Ohio. 80 says JB, will Urban Meyer get another head coach job? I think at some point in the future, some team is going to reach out to old Herb and sign him only to have to let him go immediately before the season even starts once they get the backlash for signing him, and then that'll be it. So will someone hire him? Technically I think so, but I don't think he'll be able to coach that season because the backlash is going to be so bad, so big, that they're going to have to let him go immediately and move on to someone else. But some small school's going to try it. They're going to try it out of pure desperation. Lewis says when he goes for another stupid kickoff. Braden says, I was also talking about Urban Meyer when I said that. Black Medicine says, Utah loses easily. Florida has Anthony Richardson at quarterback. And so, okay, good old Anthony Richardson. Let's see, 80 says, hey, Reggie has a ring and dated Kim Kardashian. He was a major success after college. When you put it like that, 80s, when you put it like that. Good old Reggie Bush. I tell you what, though, when he took that hit from Brian Dawkins, that was it. That was a wrap. That was a wrap. All his potential got knocked out of him on that one. It was like watching Sonic when he gets hit and he's dropping coins, or Mario or something like that when they get hit. It was bad. Like Brian Dawkins stopped that man potential right then and there on the spot. I'd never seen a hit change my opinion about somebody the way I saw Reggie Bush take that hit, and after that, I never saw Reggie Bush the same after that. So Brian Dawkins laid the wood, and this man was on the wrong end of it. But Reggie had a great career. I mean, he had like 10 years in the NFL, so that's not bad at all. At all. He only put together, though, two 1,000 yard seasons, though, throughout his career. None came with the Saints, at least on the ground, rushing for 1,000. Let's see. Braden says he's definitely not coaching the NFL again. Oh, yeah, not the NFL. For sure, not the NFL. That's just not happening. What is South Carolina State do? Wow, that is a tremendous punt. 80 says, so JB, does Brady Quinn deserve to get into the hall with Eli? I don't know what kind of drink you got to serve the committee to get him into the Hall of Fame, but there's absolutely no case that can be made for Brady Quinn. Brady Quinn, who got beat out by Derek Anderson multiple times. Brady Quinn is not going to no Hall of Fame. So that was funny though. That was funny. I put Matt Leinart in before I put in Brady Quinn and stuff like that. So wow. Let's see. Black Mesa says Urban will coach again, just not in the NFL. I see a dying conference school from the Pac-12 giving him a chance, and so okay, okay. Again, it's like I say, like, hey, we've seen some of the coaches, we've seen some coaches with some pretty serious allegations get another opportunity just to have it taken from them immediately and all like that right afterwards. You think of Art Brills and like I didn't think that anybody was gonna give him an opportunity after Art Brills had got fired from Baylor, but somebody gave him an opportunity. It didn't last long, but he got the opportunity afterwards. So I could see Urban Meyer getting another opportunity as well. Let's see. Braden says Brady Quinn is AJ Hawk's brother-in-law, so we love AJ Hawk. AJ Hawk was the man. He was the man. Let's see. Black Medicine says Arizona State will fire their coach, and so good old Herm Edwards, and so unfortunately that is going to happen though. That is definitely going to happen. Like I'm already like 95% sure that's going to take place at some point this season. Probably by the end of it if they're nice, but it's going to happen. No doubt about that. Let's see. Black Medicine says Urban doesn't have a serious of accusations like Art Browse though, and so that is true. That is true. The allegations there wasn't on that level and stuff like that, but it wasn't a good look down there in Jacksonville. It wasn't a good look. Let's see. Brandon says Bobby Petrino is another one. Good old Bobby Petrino. Yes, Bobby Petrino. Let's see. But give me your surprise college football team for this upcoming season. A team that a lot of people aren't talking about and stuff like that that's going to make some noise and potentially make it to the college football playoffs this year. Let me know what team that is in your opinion. All right, let's see. Black Medicine says, what happens first? Urban lands a FBS gig or Neo lands a new home? Well, definitely good old Herb landing on his feet somewhere else for sure because Neo's not going anywhere. Neither the Destroyer is not going anywhere. Jay says, smash that like button, y'all. And so, absolutely make sure you guys press that like button for sure. Press that like button. All right, so Lewis says the team that he has is Utah. And so let's not forget, last year nobody was thinking Cincinnati and all that. Even when they beat Notre Dame, I thought it was a great upset. But hey, Cincinnati found a way to get in there, so you never know. You say Utah, I say Texas A&M. All the recruiting that Texas A&M has been doing and stuff like that, I feel like this could be the year that Texas A&M pays off. Now I know that they are ranked in the top 10 to start it off there, but I think Texas A&M could be a team that potentially gets in there as a dark horse. I mean, you're an SEC team, so you'll have the opportunity to go out there and win. So if you can go out there and do it, you never know. You just never know. But there are some teams with some real opportunities. All right, let's see. So Braden says Michigan. I see what you're doing there, Braden. I see what you're doing there, Braden. Jay says Kansas State is underrated. KSU, that's right. Deuce Vob, running back, is a Heisman dark horse. And so good old Heisman dark horse. Black Medicine says Wisconsin will crush Ohio State and lose to Bama in the championship. We know who's second. We know who's a Bama fan and also likes Wisconsin in the Big Ten. That much we can see. Let's see. Old man says, Ole Miss, I think they're being slept on, and so Ole Miss. For me, Ole Miss was a team I was watching up until that Bama game last year, and after that, I stopped watching them after that because they fell flat on their faces. So I'm one of those guys that stopped watching that one, but you never know. Them, USC will be fun to watch. You just never know. You never know. Let's see. 80 says, JB, your boy Spencer Rattler and South Carolina Gamecocks. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Don't see that happening. Let's see. Old man says, Ole Miss, phone autocorrect. Braden says South Carolina would beat two top 25 teams this year. That's bold, Braden. That's bold. We'll see. Jay says, how will USC be? USC will be an interesting team, of course, with all the changes that they made. But looking at their schedule, though, honestly, I feel they'll lose to Utah. They'll lose to Notre Dame. I think USC will lose maybe 3 games this year, 2 or 3 games this year. I think for USC, 2 or 3 games. All right, but we got the second half here on the way. And so right now, Purdue trailing 21-10, trying to make some magic happen to reignite this crowd and to try to get back in this one. Meanwhile, Penn State in the second quarter, they dropped 21 points all in the second quarter, and they want to keep that train going. All right, so here we go for Purdue. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, one back in the back, but they hand it to the back off the right side, cuts up, gets away from one guy, tried to spin. He's met by a swarm of Penn State linebackers. All that work for 2 yards. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball at the Purdue 27-yard line. So they got Clifford going to the sideline. I'm sorry, going to the locker room here. Let's see. Black Medicine says Ole Miss will be 9 wins at best. The SEC West is stacked this year. Meanwhile, for Purdue, gets it to the receiver there, and so he's turning on the speed and picks up the first down there for the Boilermakers. And so a first down here. That was Jones with the reception. And so, yeah, Jones playing tremendous here. 4 catches for 59 yards so far here for the Boilermakers. Let's see if this jump starts them. Braden says, "Old piss, lol." Jay says, "Okay, Kansas State probably won't be as good as I think, but I'm biased." Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But here we go. Throws it there, and it's completed there to the receiver, taking it all the way to about the 49-yard line, and that is Durham with the catch. And so there we go. A couple of big plays here already to get things started here for the Boilermakers on their first drive here of the second half, trailing 21-10. Up to O'Connell and this offense to get things moving. All right, so here we go. Quarterback up under center here. We've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap here, hands it to the back. He jukes one guy, makes another guy miss, still on his feet and brought down at about the 48-yard line of Penn State. But there is a penalty right now. So there's a penalty right now. But the score again right now, Penn State up 21-10. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. All right, so we got the legal formation there against the offense there of Purdue, and so that is going to back them up there, and they got the replay first down. And so that's one thing you don't want here is penalties when your team is trailing by 11 points right now. And so, I mean, think about it. Right before the half, we were looking at Purdue offensively like, can they take the lead? But then they made the mistake. They had the fumble there after what was a good drive. Then Penn State capitalized on that. Let's see, can Purdue now right the ship here? Here we go. 1st and 15. O'Connell takes a snap out of the shotgun, throws it across the middle. It's caught. And his receiver takes it all the way to the 35-yard line. That's a first down. We're in Penn State territory, down by 11 right now. Let's see what the Boilermakers can do the rest of this way on the drive there. But that time, a great throw on the play. The safety was a little bit too far back there to make the play there. They intentionally had the receiver in the slot run that route to push him back. And so, therefore, Jones doing what Jones has been doing all game long. 6 catches for 91 yards so far in this one. He's having a great game so far in this one. Here we go out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Hands to the back. The back has some room to work with. Picks up about 7 yards on the carry. That's going to make it 2nd and 3 coming up here. Again, third quarter, first drive of the third quarter right now. Penn State currently leading 21-10 over Purdue. But Purdue moving the ball here in the second half, trying to get a touchdown and make it a 1-possession game. Let's see. Braden says we got more viewers in here. Let's go. That's right, guys. Let me know who are you rooting for in this one, Penn State or Purdue. Let me know in the chat who you guys are going for in this one. But here we go out of the shotgun. Throws it quick across the middle, and he dropped that one. That's incomplete. Ball was a little behind him on that slant route, so it was a little behind him there. Incomplete. We got 3rd and 3 coming up here, and so this is where you've got to be able to convert on 3rd and 3 right now. You're at Penn State's 28-yard line here. Big decision. They're looking to the sideline for the play here in the third quarter, with 12 minutes and 5 seconds to go, and let's see. Down by 11 points here. All right, so in the shotgun formation, you've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Let's see if Penn State's going to bring any pressure. 10 seconds right now on the play clock. Still looking to the sideline, making adjustments. 5 seconds. They got to hurry up now. Got to hurry up. They're 1 of 5 today on 3rd down. Can they get the snap off there? They do. He throws it, caught by the receiver, too fast for the linebacker, still in his foot. 15, all the way to about the 11-yard line. So they barely got that snap off there before and avoided the delay of game on that one and took it all the way to the 11-yard line. That a receiver, he looks like he might be a little bit banged up on that one, but a big-time play. That was Thompson there, Brock Thompson with the reception. So in that play, Penn State went with the zone, tried to pick him up, but the linebacker just was too slow on that one. Jay says over 100 views right now. And so, hey, that's what's up. Appreciate you guys for coming through here and joining us here for some Big Ten action in this one. Be sure to press the like button. And hey, if you want to subscribe to the channel and join JB Nation, feel free to do just that. But yeah, Thompson there with the big reception, but his knee is kind of banged up there. So medical staff looking at him on the sideline right now. Again, we're here in the third quarter with 11 minutes and 48 seconds to go in this one. And Penn State leading 21-10, but Purdue has it right now at Penn State's 10-yard line. So far on this drive, 7 plays, 65 yards, and about 3 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. I don't like that right there. I mean, he's being assisted off. I hope that he's going to be okay. But yeah, he's being assisted off the field right there, and so they definitely going to miss him. Definitely going to miss him so far in this one. So far, he's got 2 catches for 27 yards so far out there. Hopefully, this is nothing serious there. But we'll see if Purdue can lead it into the end zone here. Let's see. Jay says JB streams are off to an amazing start this football season. Braden says over 125. Let's go. Let's go. But can Purdue get into the end zone here? First and goal. They're going to be short one receiver here. Hopefully he will be okay. That's what we're hoping for. But he is being assisted even right now on the sideline. But here goes the offense back out there, lining up in the shotgun here, 10 yards away from the end zone. Here we go. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap, looking, throws it to the receiver. And so ball was deflected backwards there. They call it incomplete. They call it incomplete. So here we go. Second and goal coming up here from the 10-yard line. Boilermakers down by 11 points. Can we get a touchdown? That is what I want to see. Can we get a touchdown here from Purdue? This has been a great game so far. A lot of turns in this one in terms of momentum going back and forth. But can Purdue finish in the end zone? That's what we all want to see. Second and goal. Shotgun formation again. Again, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 back on this play. They take the snap. Penn State sending 4. Throws it up there and incomplete, but that's a penalty against Joey Porter Jr. on the play. The standout cornerback for Penn State. That penalty's on him. He doesn't like it, but that penalty is on him. Pass interference on the defense, and so now you gift the offense with a first down, fresh new set of downs here, and so that's a huge penalty right there. And so Jones has been having a great game so far in this one, but that time Porter got called for the penalty, and so now we're going to have first and goal from about the 2-yard line. Lewis says defense. He wants to see the defense come out here. Let's see. First and goal. 2 yards away from the end zone. Quarterback can line up under center here. We've got a fullback. We've got a back in the backfield. Multiple tight ends. Takes the snap. Tosses it to the back. Trying to get to the outside. Cuts it up in the end zone for a touchdown. How about that? King Daru making it do what it do out there for the touchdown. 21-16. Let's go. So just like that, they first drive here of the half. That's how you get a half started. 8 plays, 73 yards, about 3 minutes and 35 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. And you look at that play, excellent play call. And the offensive line did a tremendous job there, especially the guys blocking on the outside there for the touchdown. And Daru, he's walking like he's a little banged up on the play as well. So hopefully he's okay. But man, that's a big time touchdown. And we got a lineman that's currently down also. So a lot of guys went down here offensively for Purdue. And so, oh man, hate to see that. Hate to see that. So medical staff currently looking at him. That's number 64 right now that's currently being looked at for Purdue. Currently the score as it stands is 21-16. They will have the PAT attempt coming up there. And let's see. So Masu is currently a sophomore at 6'4", 285 pounds from Indianapolis. All right, let's see what the comment section got going on. So 80 says, Brady Quinn all-time stats, 53% completion, over 3,000 yards and 12 touchdowns. You say just as good as Phillip Rivers, LOL. Black Medicine says 126. He also says Brady Quinn conspiracy theories in here. Oh, let's see. Braden says Brady Quinn is the GOAT. And currently, so we're currently waiting right now as the medical staff is attending the injured player right now. So they just took us to the commercial. So we're not missing anything right now. Currently at the commercial. But the score right now, Penn State 21, Purdue 16. They still got the extra point attempt to do after this. But right now, due to a couple players getting injured, they're currently checking on those guys. Hopefully they will be okay in this one. But what a nice touchdown drive. Exactly how you want to open it up here if you're Purdue. What a game you've got in this one. Let's see. 80 says, damn touchdown. Jay says, wow. 80 says, Braden, LOL. Carmichael says, JB, my power came back on. That is what's up. That is what's up. Old man says, you already know, JB. That's right. Junior kicking himself right now for that pass interference flag. And so it just hasn't been his game, honestly, to be honest. Right now, Joey Porter Jr., earlier in the first half, he could have had a tremendous interception, but the ball went through his hand. He did everything right, but the ball went through his hand to the receiver for the reception. And so he was kicking himself there, but he was in a great position to recover that fumble earlier, right before halftime also. But man, that pass interference call, that's a big one. When you're the lockdown cornerback, they expect you to go out there and lock the guy down. And so, but big time pass interference penalty on that one. Absolutely. All right, 80 says, Carmichael, good to hear. 80 says, old man, speaking of kicking, is Bill Belichick watching this game? Carmichael said, I had to leave, my phone almost died. And so understand that. But yes, what a game we've got indeed, guys. Jay says we got ourselves a game. And so absolutely. Again, we're currently right now at the commercial due to the injury. So we're not missing anything. But Purdue did score a touchdown on that same play. So we have the extra point attempt coming up. And so far in this one though, passing wise for Purdue, Aiden O'Connell, he's 17 of 28 for 216 yards passing through the air on the ground as a team. Purdue has 14 carries for 61 yards. You have King Daru, 9 carries, 40 yards, and then Dylan Downing, 4 carries, 14 yards. And then receiving wise, Charles Jones, 6 catches for 91 yards. And so by far the standout at receiver so far in this game. He's the only player in this game that's got more than 2 catches total so far. So Purdue relying on him heavily in this one. So, all right, so we're coming back from the commercial. We've got the extra point attempt coming up here for Purdue. Again, they had just scored a touchdown. It's 21-16 here in the third quarter with 11 minutes and 16 seconds to go. PAT attempt coming up here. If he makes it, it'll be 21-17. All right, so lining up here. Hold is good, kick is up, and that is good. So it's 21-17, a 4-point game here. So that's a huge touchdown right there. That gets the crowd amped up right now if you're Purdue. And so we'll see when we come back from this commercial, though, exactly what Penn State can do offensively here in the second half. They did drop 21 points in the second quarter, so can Penn State keep that going here in the third quarter? We're going to find that out. Now, they did show Sean Clifford going to the locker room, so that's another scenario to watch out for is Sean Clifford. He did head to the locker room, so now we'll probably see a different quarterback come in there, and how will he look in this offense? So it's going to be Drew Allard. It's going to come in there at quarterback. And they're showing us numbers from high school: 60% completion, 4,444 passing yards, and 48 touchdowns. The Ohio Player of the Year. Let's see if he can step in and keep this train rolling for Penn State. But right now, we've got a great game, guys. We've got a great game. I'm excited. Carmichael says Steelers got a pretty good roster in my opinion. Jay says smash that like up, everybody. And Carmichael says I am happy Jalen Warren made the roster, and I am still kind of wondering why we kept 7 receivers. But Penn State here, catching the kickoff. He's at the 10. Bounces off a guy at the 15, brought down at about the 19-yard line, and that is where Penn State will take over offensively, leading this one 21-17. After seeing what Purdue did last time out there, you already know that they want to come out there and try to score themselves. But Sean Clifford, he did take that nasty hit towards his knee early on. He did continue to play through it, but I wonder if that's why he's in the locker room. It has to be that has to be the reason why he's in the locker room right now. So now we'll see his backup in there. Young kid being thrown into the fire right now on the road. Let's see how he responds. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap, going to hand it to the back and the back. Try to bounce it outside there and got back to the line of scrimmage there. Second down coming up for Penn State. 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Let's see. Carmichael says, JB, you got over 100 people in here. And so, yeah, definitely glad to have that. Definitely. Absolutely. All right, but second down here again, third quarter, 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Penn State up by 4, 21-17. We've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 back. Back goes in motion. Again, this is a different quarterback for Penn State. Takes a snap, throws a quick pass there to the receiver. He catches it, makes a couple moves, picks up 12 yards on the catch. That's a first down for Penn State. So different quarterback comes in there, gets you a good, quick, easy pass to get things going here and get the momentum going, give him some confidence going in this one. So now we got a first down, fresh new set of downs to work with. Shotgun formation again, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap out of the shotgun, steps up, avoids the rush. He's running, throws it on the run, caught by the receiver before going out of bounds at about the 47-yard line there of Penn State. So excellent throw there by Alar on that one. And that's what you want to see. He's coming in there again. This is his first drive here offensively. So being thrown into the fire there. And he's coming in and already coming up with a great pair of passes so far in this one. All right, they're going to line up in the shotgun again. 2 receivers towards the top of the screen. 2 tight ends towards the bottom of the formation. Takes the snap there, hands it to the back. And the back falls forward. Picks up about a good 3 or 4 yards on that play. So now we've got 2nd and 7 coming up. Again, Drew is a freshman here, 6'5", 242 pounds, from Ohio. 2nd and 7 here. Again, 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 21-17 is the score right now, and Penn State, they want to add to that. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap, in the shotgun there, steps up, clean pocket, throws it, and incomplete. Incomplete, but that was a nice pass there. There's nothing more you can do as a quarterback than put the ball right there. And so he just dropped it on that one. That was a great pass on that play. Got it in between the corner and the safety, which is what you're aiming to do. Yeah, that's a pass you got to make. That's a pass that you got to catch. Let's see. Carmichael says, happy to see you got 2K. Appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate that. JB Nation, we're now 2,000 subscribers deep, and so looking to add to that. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 7 out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. In the pocket. Clean pocket. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Now, that one was a little bit behind. That was on the quarterback there. That was on the quarterback because 5 was open. That was Tinsley there, the receiver. That was the intended receiver. Incomplete. But I got to give credit to that offensive line, though, because he was able to step up, and he had a clean pocket there once he stepped up. But that's a play you want to hit there, but he was behind on that pass, so incomplete. Again, with Sean Clifford being a 6-year quarterback here, this is the quarterback of the future, potentially. Punt unit out there, punts the ball. Fair catch is symboled. But the ball's going to bounce all the way to the 1-yard line, and that is where... Wait, did it go into the end zone? Oh, they had a tremendous opportunity there. That was a great punt. That was a great punt. All right, Jay says this kid has a lot of pressure on him. Carmichael says, I got a football game on Monday. A football game on Monday, huh? That's interesting. Okay, bet. Jay says quarterback is 6'5", 245 pounds as a freshman. Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid as a freshman right there. I can only imagine the arm this kid must have and stuff like that. To be 6'5", 245, 250 pounds as a freshman, that's big, guys. That's big. Real big. 80 says, call it. Come on, stop looking like a New England Patriot. Carmichael says, on the road to 3K. That's right, on the road to 3,000 subscribers. We're currently at the commercial, so now is a good time if you haven't pressed that subscribe button already to do so right now. Become a part of JB Nation. We do college football, we do NFL, we do some NBA, college basketball as well. All that on one channel, so become a part of JB Nation for sure. And yeah, just to update what's taking place so far here, we'll start with Penn State passing wise. So Sean Clifford throughout the first half, 8 of 15 passing for 141 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, and also a rushing touchdown as well. So not a bad half, but in the second half, he's currently injured, so he's not out there right now. And we have Drew Alar in there. He went 2 of 4 passing for 26 yards. And for Purdue, Aiden O'Connell, 17 of 28 for 216 yards so far in this one. No touchdowns, no interceptions so far. All right, let's see. Braden says he should have ran it on 3rd down play. 80 says, JB, you ever play special teams? And so I did play special teams. I was on special teams kickoff, kick return, punt, like the gunner for the punt. So I was on all of that. I did it all. Played offense, defense, and special teams. There was no breaks back in the day. And so, Black Medicine says tennis. Carmichael says, and JB loved Eli. That is not the case. Not the case at all. At all. But again, currently right now, still at the commercial. And when we come back, we're going to see what the Boilermakers can do here with the football from their own 20-yard line. They scored a touchdown last time because it was 21-10 coming back from the half, and then they scored a touchdown. Let's see if they can keep scoring more touchdowns here in the third quarter. But man, this has been a tremendous game so far. Tremendous game. Let's see, 80 says, don't forget about the JB Nation membership. And so that's right, becoming a part of the JB Nation membership for sure. For sure. The 80 says, let's see, Jay says, I played 8-man football in high school. 8-man football, huh? What positions did you play? What positions did you play? Braden says, for everyone new here, JB is that is not the case. I can't even finish that, Braden. I can't even finish that because that is not the case. That's the one team I don't like. So, 80 says, Braden, yes, he is. But yeah, I mean, anybody that wants to comment and let us know your favorite college football team, let me know who your favorite college football team is. My favorite is the Ohio State Buckeyes, but I love watching Big Ten football in general. But let me know your favorite college football team that you root for. That is not the case, 80s, not at all. But here we go for Purdue here with the football from their own 20 out of the shotgun, throws it. And so dangerous pass there, dangerous pass in the slot, but luckily Jones was able to come away with the reception on that one. Busy night for Jones so far today. 7 catches for 94 yards so far in this one. 2nd and 7 coming up here for Purdue, who trail by 4 right now, 21-17. But it's in the third quarter. Plenty of football to be played. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Shotgun formation again. Multiple tight ends, 2 receivers, and a back. Penn State sends 5. Purdue picks it up, takes a deep shot, and it's incomplete. That time in the direction of Jones, but that time Porter Jr. had won that matchup. All right, let's see. Jay says that he played receiver, but that means also you're a tight end as well, especially in high school. Also played cornerback. It was a small school. And so I bet you my school was smaller than yours. I bet you my school was smaller than yours, Jay. 80 says Penn State. That's right, UFL. And the Orange Men of Syracuse. All right, but here we go, guys. 3rd and 7 out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They take the snap. Penn State sending 5. They throw it behind the receiver, and that's going to be incomplete. Again, in the direction of Porter Jr. Porter saying, not on my watch. And, of course, this is a guy that I have my eyes out for in terms of in the secondary, especially in the future when we're talking about drafts and stuff like that. I want to see how he looks in the secondary in coverage. I've been watching all game for that. Let's see. Braden says JB's all-time favorite players are Tate Martell, Spencer Rattler, Baker Mayfield, and Eli Manning. That is not the case at all. All right, but we got the punt unit out here for Purdue on 4th down. Punt's on the way. And so Penn State catches it. And so, excellent tackle. Wait, is he still on his feet? I think he's still on his feet. And he's still running. I thought he was down, but he's still running and takes it all the way to about the 44-yard line. How did he keep his balance on the play? I thought he was down. I was just about to give the credit to Purdue's punt unit on that one, but he found a way to keep his footing. And then it was all him from there. Because that time, you look at the replay, and so somehow he never touched the ground. That's amazing balance right there. And then he made the second guy miss, and from there, wow, he was just maybe one guy away from taking that one to the house. Wow. What a return. And so now when we come back from the commercial, Penn State will take over offensively, and they're leading already 21-17, but they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line thanks to that excellent punt return. Wow. All right, let's see. Carmichael says, JB, I played all the positions: O line, D line, receiver, running back, cornerback, quarterback, safety, head coach, assistant coach. 80 says, Brady, don't forget about Brady Quinn and Nate Burleson. Braden says, thanks for reminding me, 80s. And again, we're currently at the commercial, so we're not missing any of the action. I'll let you guys know when we're back from the commercial. And let's see. Black Medicine says Bama, Wisconsin, and Kentucky. 80 says, Carmichael, what is your favorite position to play? Carmichael says his favorite position is wide receiver. And so back in the day, I would say my favorite position to play, at least freshman year, it would have been receiver slash cornerback and stuff like that, until you realize in high school you're doing a lot of blocking on your team. And so that's when I switched over. It's like, all right, I don't want to block no more. And so, but absolutely. I found a stronger appreciation for safety, though, as well. Just being able to light somebody up as opposed to being a corner one-on-one on an island with a guy that has speed like Tyreek Hill. That's not fun. All right, let's see. Jay says, who would you rather have, Dan Marino or John Elway? And so I personally probably would stick with, I probably would want John Elway, honestly. I probably would personally. It's a personal preference to choose John Elway. Let's see. Lewis says, Bryant with the comeback. Okay, Lewis happy about that. 80 says that's what JB's Papa John's Pizza play. Okay, but again, still currently right now at the commercial. But of course, Penn State leading this one 21-17. In this one, what a tremendous game it's been so far. In this one, separated by just 4 points. In this one, two teams in the Big Ten going after it in a very important game early in the season to start off the season. Let's see, Carmichael says JB, his other favorite player is Mitch Trubisky. Lewis says, you forget Waterboy. Lewis says Marino. Black Medicine says JB was an absolute hog on the offensive line, heaviest in the GHSA. Let's see, 80 says Dan Marino over John Elway. Oh, so he was okay. Looking at that replay, you can see his elbow was down on that one. It looks like. So that's going to move them back. Okay, great call on them to check the replay on that one. I was looking at his foot and his knee, but his elbow was down. Penn State play fakes, pressure in his face, throws up a high pass, and that is going to be incomplete. That time tight end tried to go up there and get that one. That is incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here. And they're actually at their own 21-yard line. Again, they checked the replay, realized that the returner's elbow was down, so therefore they're taking over from their own 21-yard line. Again, third quarter with 7 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Penn State leading this one 21-17. They're going to go 5 wide here out of the shotgun. So it's going to be up to the offensive line to give him some time to find someone to get open. 8 seconds right now to play clock. Clifford still making adjustments here. 3 seconds, takes the snap. Purdue sends 4. And another drop here by a wide receiver in this one. This time it was Lambert Smith, the intended receiver, drops the pass. 3rd down coming up. So 3rd and 10 coming up here for Penn State. So big 3rd down right now. You're from your own 21-yard line here, so you want to try to keep the drive going here, especially seeing how Purdue has looked so far in this game offensively. You want to try to keep the ball here, but of course, this is not, let's see. And let's not forget now, this is Sean Clifford who's back in the game now. So he is back in the game here at quarterback. But we got it, the shotgun. Clifford takes a snap here. Moves around. Still moving around. On the run. There's a penalty. Finally just throws it away, but there is already a penalty on that play. He was looking, trying to find someone. Could not. Let's see. And that's why he couldn't find nobody. Holding on the defense against Purdue. And that is against Brown, the defensive back. Let's see the replay. Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can totally agree with that, seeing the replay right there. Tried to break outside. The guy was holding him on that one. Obvious penalty. And so that's going to gift them with a 1st down on the play. All right, so after the penalty, now we've got for Penn State, fresh new set of downs here from their own 31-yard line, 1st and 10, shotgun formation here, making adjustments on the line. We've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. 8 seconds right now on the play clock. Takes a snap, gave it to the back, made the first guy miss, still on his feet, and picks up a solid about 4 or 5 yards on that carry. 2nd down coming up. But what a game it's been so far in this one. Let's see, Carmichael says, dang, I also played water boy, linebacker, tight end, and referee. All right, so 2nd and 5 here out of the shotgun. Got 2 receivers up top of the formation, 2 tight ends in the back. 2nd and 5 from their own 36-yard line. Clifford takes a snap there. That time Purdue got in the backfield in a hurry, made them lose 2 yards on the carry. But they just shot all the gaps on that play, timed it perfectly. Because if you look at when they timed it perfectly before they took off there between the gaps. And anywhere the running back could go, they were already there. That time 43 blew up that play before it had a chance to take off. So great job there by the Boilermakers on that one. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 7. Going 5 wide again. 3 receivers towards the top of the screen, 2 towards the bottom. 8 seconds right now on the play clock. Again, 3rd quarter with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Penn State up 21-17. Takes the snap. Clifford throws it, and it is going to be incomplete. A little low there, and it's incomplete. So 4th down coming up, and Purdue's defense gets the W on that drive. Again, 21-17 is the score. Let's see, old man says, football is my favorite. Get to the truck, people, and I get to hit someone on the blocks. And so, absolutely, especially the people that don't like getting hit. Let's see, 80 says, Waterboy, awesome movie. Braden says, Clifford, the big red dog. All right, so here we go. 4th down, punch on the way. See if we get a return. Catches at the 20 and tackled immediately on that return. So now let's see what Purdue can do. Trailing by 4 points right now, 21-17 here. What a game we have in the 3rd quarter with 6 minutes and 6 seconds to go. A lot of action on offense, defense, back and forth. A great game all around. Solid Big Ten football right now between 2 teams that are pretty much almost even, I would say, between these 2 teams. Whoever wins this game will have a big leg up. You don't want to be the team to lose this one this early. Carmichael says, bye, JB. See you later. Yeah, appreciate you for coming through again, Carmichael. Don't forget, fantasy football draft is tomorrow, so looking forward to seeing you then. Absolutely. 80 says, Braden, I was thinking the same thing, LOL. But again, currently right now at the commercial right now. When we come back, we'll see what the Boilermakers can do offensively here from their own 17-yard line here in the 3rd quarter. Purdue's already scored 1 touchdown this quarter. They're going to be looking to see if they can get another touchdown in on this quarter and try to reclaim the lead. Let's see. 80 says, Carmichael, take care and good luck at practice. That's right, good luck at practice and stuff like that, and the game, all that stuff. Let's see. Braden says Oklahoma State won 58-44. 58-44. What in the world happened there for the rest of that game? The backups must have been awful for Oklahoma State in that 2nd half. Yeah, but again, in this one, we are still right now currently at the commercial. But when we come back from the commercial, we'll get right back to the game. I see the Pittsburgh-West Virginia game. West Virginia's up 31-24 over Pitt in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in that game. So that one's coming down to the wire. Let's see. Carmichael says, bye, Braden. Braden says West Virginia's leading 31-24. And so, hey, West Virginia, they about to get that upset if they can keep this lead. That's Pitt for you. They'll upset a team, but they won't win the games they're supposed to. But again, still right now at the commercial currently right now. And now that we got Sean Clifford back for Penn State, he's 8 of 18 passing, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Also had a rushing touchdown as well. Hopefully the injury that he has is not going to limit him the rest of the way. As for Purdue, Aiden O'Connell, 18 of 31 passing for 219 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. At some point, he has to throw a touchdown pass at some point. So why not this drive? Let's see. Takes the snap out of the shotgun, fakes it to the back. O'Connell throws it to the receiver. It's caught. Makes the first guy miss. Still on his feet. Bouncing around. Still running. Brought down at about the 46-yard line. What a play. That's exactly the kind of plays that you want to see them make right there offensively. That was Rice, the receiver, with a big-time play. Big-time play. Made the first guy miss. Bounced off the second guy and kept it moving upfield. All right, so here we go. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield. Play fake. Quarterback looking. Has time. Throws it to the back. He catches it. Tries to make a guy miss, but they get him. Picked up 2 yards on the reception on that play. So here we go. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, Penn State trailing right now. Penn State leading right now 21-17, but Purdue on the move. They want to take the lead. Let's see if they can do it. All right, so here we go in the shotgun. Again, Purdue at home, primetime matchup, tough team to beat in this environment. Takes a snap, Penn State sends 4. Throws it to the receiver. Incomplete. Incomplete. Great coverage on the play. 3rd down coming up. So 3rd and 8 coming up. Let's see. Braden says Tennessee 159-10. 80 says, what do you think about Kirk Herbstreit teaming up with Al Michaels for Thursday Night Football? That's an interesting combination. Not going to lie to you. I think college football for one. I think NFL for the other. And so, but hey, Kirk Herbstreit, he's got a lot on his plate. Got a lot on his plate this year. I'll have to wait to see how it happens, though, and see my thoughts, after I hear what it sounds like. But it should be rather interesting. Something different for sure. All right, but here we go. 3rd and 8 for Purdue. 5 wide, throws it across the middle. And so he's still running, brought down at the 39-yard line of Penn State. And so just like that in Penn State territory, Purdue on the move again. And so that time you spread them out with 5 wide and then that receiver going across the middle. I love to do that myself when I used to play college football, NCAA, which I can't wait for them to bring in the next installment of that game. But yeah, tremendous strategy there. Here we go. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Ball right now at the 39-yard line of Penn State. Takes the snap, hands it to the back off the left guard. Still fighting forward. They finally blow the whistle there and stop forward progress. Picked up about a good 4 yards on that play. 2nd and 6 coming up. Again, 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Purdue on the move. Trailing 21-17. All right, so here we go for Purdue. Shotgun formation. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They hand it to the back up the middle, and he's going to be about a yard shy of the first. So he picked up 5 yards on the carry. We got 3rd and 1 coming up. So 3rd and 1 coming up here. Tremendous opportunity here. You're already at Penn State's 30-yard line here. So all you're thinking right now is let's go ahead and pick up this 1st down and keep this drive moving. But 3rd and 1. Can Penn State defense come up with a stop here? All right, so here we go. We've got 1 receiver here, multiple tight ends, a fullback in the back. They play fake. Try to throw it to the fullback there, but due to the pressure too far in front of him, and that is incomplete. So now you got 4th down coming up here. 4th down coming up. That time the quarterback there off the play fake immediately felt the pressure there, so he had to do something there, and he threw it a little bit too much in front of his intended target there. Big time miss play on that one. So now decision time. 4th and 1. Do you go for it? Absolutely. They're going to line up here in the shotgun. Running back goes in motion, takes a snap here. O'Connell has it, throws it to the receiver who catches it. He's still rumbling forward, still rumbling. Takes it all the way to about the 7-yard line. Big time conversion on fourth down. We're not just thinking first down, though. We're thinking touchdown here. That is what they're thinking on the play. Big time play. That's about 23 yards on that play. Because what they did, they put the running back out in motion. That cleared out one linebacker. They had a receiver towards the bottom to get the attention of the linebackers underneath. And then they put the tight end behind those guys, and he pretty much had that middle open. He did the rest. But they still need 7 yards to get into the end zone. Lewis says no more points. 80 says crap. But here we go, first and goal. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Got to snap this one. They do. They're running the option here. He's going to pitch it to the back. In the back, met by about 4 Penn State defenders. He's not going anywhere on that play. So second and goal coming up. Ball at about the 7-yard line. But there is a Penn State player that's currently down right now. So that time they have 4 guys get to the running back, but number 23 for Penn State is currently down on the ground. Let's see that replay there. Yeah, and so, I mean, obviously, when you have that many guys, even from his own team right there, trying to make that tackle, and so just got caught up in that. And so, but hopefully, I'm hoping that he's okay. Hoping that he is okay. But right now, medical staff currently looking at number 23 here for Penn State. Let's see. 80 says, bam, that's defense. Jay says, hopefully 23 is all right. Braden says, I hope he's okay. So, yeah, we're all hoping that he is okay. You see James Franklin looking right now, currently concerned. So, yeah, right now, medical staff currently looking at him. Let's see. 80 says, I hope he walks off and gets back in the game. And so, yeah, we are hoping that he is okay and that he would be able to return later on. But right now he is walking, so that's a good sign right there. Yeah, walking on his own, tremendous sign. So he's on the sideline now. But again, we're here in the third quarter with 1:41 to go here in the third quarter with Penn State currently up 21-17, but Purdue currently 7 yards away from a touchdown and the lead, facing second and goal. Can they score, or will Penn State defense clamp down and stop them from getting into the end zone? That's what you want. If you're rooting for Penn State, you definitely want them to come up with the stop. If you're rooting for Purdue here, you want to get into this end zone. But man, what a game it's been so far, and let's keep this train rolling. Here we go. Shotgun formation here from the 7-yard line. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap. Quarterback has it. O'Connell's looking, has time, throws it up there, has a man, and that's going to be a touchdown for Purdue. And so just like that, quarterback had time. He was looking, he saw his guy, and who other than Charlie Jones. Charlie Too Tall Jones with the reception for the touchdown. What a busy day he's had today. Wow. Wow. Jay says great catch. Braden says Charlie Jones was with Iowa last year. How did we let him leave? I felt the same way about Jamison Williamson last year when I saw him with Bama, so I understand that, Braden. But man, what a big touchdown there for Purdue. Extra point coming up here. And the extra point attempt is good. So that is our score right now. Purdue leading 24-21 here in the third quarter with 1:11 to go. Wow, what a big time touchdown there. They reclaimed the lead. And so, wow, that is crazy. Let's see, 80 says it's okay. A lot of game left to play, JB. And so that is correct. We got an entire quarter after this quarter left to play. So you're right about that. Lewis says no comment. Lewis is not happy right now. And so he is not happy right now. But yeah, that was an excellent throw, excellent catch. Excellent route, great play call. Everything just worked out. Offensive line did good. Everybody did their job on that drive for Purdue. Let's see. 80 says, say what you want about Eli, but he never blew off practice to play Madden. Well, you know what? You can never put him in the same class as someone like, me and Allen Iverson. When it came to practice, we understood practice wasn't the actual game. So, come on now. 80's practice. But yeah, Jones has 8 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. It says the most by a player in a Purdue debate since 2018. The transfer from Iowa. But here goes Penn State on the return. Still moving forward. Let's see where they mark him down at. All right, but now is a great time, guys, to make sure you press the like button. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button already and become a part of JB Nation for sure. All right, so Sean Clifford. Now his team is down by 3 points. How does he respond in this situation here in the third quarter with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go? Can he lead Penn State on a scoring drive? We're about to find that out, but they've got 3 receivers towards the bottom of the formation here, lining up in the shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it to the back. Back tries to bounce outside, brought down in the backfield, lost about 2 yards on the carry. That was Singleton. Singleton so far, he's got 9 carries for 33 yards so far in this game. As a team for Penn State, they have 28 carries for 83 yards. Let's see. All right, so they're gonna go 5 wide here. Out of the shotgun, 5 wide, 2nd and 12 right now. Ball at their own 28-yard line. They trail 24-21. Let's see what Penn State does. Takes the snap. Clifford looking. Clifford throws it. Caught by the receiver, bounced off one guy, brought down by the second, and that is going to be a pickup of maybe a yard at best on the play. Third down coming up, but that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter as time will run out here. And at the end of the third quarter, we have Purdue leading 24-21. So at the half, it was Penn State leading 21-10. But the third quarter has been all Purdue so far in this one. But there's still 1 quarter remaining. Whoever wins that quarter, most likely will win this game. All right, let's see. Braden says, I guess him and the quarterback were childhood friends. Braden also says, also Charlie Jones is Mac Jones' long lost brother. Lewis says, practice. We talking about practice. Absolutely. But again, currently right now at the commercial, because it's the end of the third quarter and Purdue leads 24-21. Tremendous third quarter there by the Boilermakers. And Penn State has to have a strong fourth quarter coming up as they allow Purdue to score 14 unanswered points so far in this one. And just to recap everything statistically speaking, Purdue, Aiden O'Connell, he's 23 of 38 for 291 yards through the air and a passing touchdown now. Pretty good numbers there. For Penn State, Sean Clifford, 9 of 19 passing for 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, also had a rushing touchdown as well. So accountable for 3 touchdowns that all came in the first half. Drew Allar came in 2 of 4 passing for 26 yards for Penn State also. On the ground as a team, Penn State 28 carries for 83 yards. Purdue has 17 carries for 70 yards. King DeRose got 12 carries for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns for Purdue. Receiving wise, though, it starts with Charlie Jones for Purdue. 8 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown. We still got an entire quarter left to go, but he's putting in work. Meanwhile, for Penn State, their leading receiver is Mitchell Tinsley. 4 catches for 32 yards and a receiving touchdown. Brenton Strange, he's also got 2 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown as well. Let's see. Braden says West Virginia is up 38-31 with 3 minutes left to go. Do keep us up to date with that score right there, Braden, for sure. But yeah, that's a great one there. So now Pitt has the lead. Every time I look, then another team is leading and stuff like that. So that is interesting. It was just West Virginia 31-24. Now it's 38-31. So very intriguing game indeed. But we have an entire quarter left to go here in the fourth quarter. But if you haven't done so already, now's the time to state which team do you believe will win this game. Will it be Purdue or will it be Penn State? Who's going to win this game? Let's see. But again, right now, currently at the commercial again, because when we come back, it'll be the start of the fourth quarter, the final quarter in this one. So 80 says he still believes in Penn State. He believes in them all the way to come out and be victorious in this one. And again, the next live stream that I will be doing, you guys already know, Notre Dame versus the Ohio State Buckeyes. That will be my next live stream. And so I for sure am looking forward to that one. Two teams ranked in the top 5. And I can't wait to get the season started with that. But of course, it's going to be a lot of great games to look forward to over the weekend. A lot of great games to look forward to. I know Oregon plays against the defending champs, the Bulldogs. That's going to be a great one as well to watch. Cincinnati versus Arkansas. That's going to be a great one also this weekend. But here we go. 3rd and 11. The start of the fourth quarter. 80 says JB loves those fighting Irish. That's not the case. All right, here we go at the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. 3rd and 11. Takes a snap. Clifford filling the rush, and they got him. They got him and brought him down on the sack just like that. They may not have George Karlaftis anymore, but Purdue still gets after the quarterback just like that. That was a huge sack on the play. I have to wonder just how well is Sean Clifford's knee right now? Because he's taking a good amount of hits. He's taking some beatings in this one. How well is his knee right now? Braden says Stinson Bennett versus Bo Nix. Meanwhile, Penn State punts the ball. Let's see if Purdue's going to return it. Fair catch is symboled and it's caught at about the 26-yard line for Purdue. And so now they have the lead, 24-21 right now. They scored 14 unanswered points in the third quarter. 1 quarter left. Can they come out and find a way to seal the deal? A touchdown would be huge for Purdue right now. And it all starts with senior Charlie Jones. Offensively, he's having a tremendous game. Again, the transfer from Iowa. But 1 quarter remains here. Purdue with the football from their own 26-yard line, out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Quarterback feeling the pressure, moving around, but they get him for the sack. They get him for the sack. And so now we're seeing defenses starting to get to the quarterback now. You know, offensive lines were doing a good job early on and giving them some time, but these defensive linemen, they're just pinning their ears and going back and getting after these quarterbacks now. So 2nd and 17 coming up here. Again, Purdue's up 24-21. Here in the fourth quarter with 13 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Tight end goes in motion. You got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. Try to throw a screen to the back. He did. It's up to the corner. He hurdled over the corner but was brought down after that. Picked up about 7 yards on the play. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty. And let's see what they call. Let's see. Braden with another update. He says he was wrong. Pittsburgh is up 38-31. And so right now they're discussing the penalty. Ooh. Penalty against the offense there. So that's a big penalty there against Purdue. You could not afford that. You're already at 2nd and 17 right now. And then you get a penalty there. That's going to put you in an even deeper hole right now. You have to hate these penalties. Now we are looking at 2nd and 26 right now. They need 26 yards to get the first down. They've gotten 7 penalties today for 72 yards against Purdue. Penn State, 3 penalties for 38 yards. So 2nd and 26 right now for the Boilermakers, up by 3. Wanting to keep this drive alive. Let's see what you call here. Do you run the ball, call another screen, or do you take a deep shot? Running back goes in motion, quarterback takes it, throws it to Jones, he has it, and he picks up a nice pickup on that one. Third down coming up though. And of course, Charlie Jones. They've called his number a lot today. Quick pass. And so now we're looking at 3rd and 18. So that was a pickup of 8 yards on the play, but 3rd and 18 coming up here. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Looking to the sideline to make adjustments. If you're Penn State, you cannot let them get behind you. You simply can't let them get behind you. And it's a great opportunity to get after the quarterback. But they send 4. Quarterback throws it up there. Incomplete. 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 No penalties on the play. That's just great coverage. 4th down coming up. Now he tried to go to Jones once more, but that was not going to happen. Defense was looking for him. So far, Jones, he has 9 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown. But now we got 4th down coming up. Purdue has to punt the ball. They punt it. Let's see if we get a return here by Penn State. Fair catch symboled and caught at the 45-yard line here. And that is exactly where Penn State will take over with the football. So now Penn State, they are trailing by 3 points right now. We are here in the 4th quarter, and so still plenty of time. 12 minutes and 16 seconds to go. But let's see if this offense can crank back up right now. They've been stuck on neutral in the second half, and let's see if they can crank things back up here. We're looking at Sean Clifford. We know he's playing through a little bit of pain here. Had a tremendous first half, and when Sean Clifford went out there and lit it up, this offense looked tremendous because in the second quarter, they went from scoring nothing in the first quarter to dropping 21 points in the second quarter. So 3rd quarter, they scored nothing. So let's see if he can have a great 4th quarter, kind of like he did in the second quarter. Let's see. But again, currently right now at the commercial, but it's going to be Penn State football when we come back. But yeah, make sure you guys press the thumbs up button though if you haven't done so already, guys. Be sure to press the thumbs up button here while we have the time here during this commercial. Just go ahead and press the thumbs up button. And also, if you want to become a part of JB Nation, go ahead and press that subscribe button as well to become a part of this, because this is what we do. I mean, we have a lot of different people come through different teams on this channel. We're not just dedicated to one team and stuff like that. We show different teams and stuff like that. So if you just like college football, or you just like the NFL, or just football, basketball, all that stuff, definitely make sure you become a part of the JB community for sure, regardless of which team is your favorite team. But still currently right now at the commercial. And let's see. So I see that West Virginia and Pittsburgh game right now, currently within the last minute of play, and Pittsburgh is leading that one 38-31. But I believe West Virginia to have the football currently right now, it looks like. But yeah, just a reminder, the next stream I will have will be Saturday night to see Notre Dame play the Buckeyes. All right, so Lewis is rooting for the defense here. He's like, it doesn't matter about anything else. He's just rooting defense here. He took the under in this one, and so he wants the defense to perform in this one. Lewis, remind me, what was the under at for this one? What was that number at? Was it like 50? I think you put 50 Let's see. Old man says another great stream, JB. I just got to get up in 6 hours. Okay, I got you. I got you. So yeah, have a good night. Appreciate you for coming through, old man. And so looking forward to having a fantasy football draft tomorrow, and then seeing you on Saturday for the Buckeyes and Notre Dame. But appreciate you as always for coming through. All right, so here we go. Getting back to the action here. Again, this game right here is currently at Purdue here. Some Big Ten action, which means a lot, especially early in the season. Here we go for Penn State, though, in the shotgun. Two tight ends, two receivers, one back. Braden says, good night, old. Okay, so you got the under at 56. Gotcha. Okay, appreciate that, Lewis. But here we go to the shotgun. Clifford has time. Clifford chunks it up there and overthrows everyone. Incomplete. Incomplete on that one. He had a lot of time on that one. So 2nd and 10 coming up here. 2nd and 10 again for Penn State from their own 45-yard line. So when you have great field position like this and you're down by 3, you've got to find a way to come through for your team. You just have to. We're talking about a 6-year quarterback, guys, so he has the experience. He's been in big games. It's got to come through now. You have to rely on that experience in this situation. But we've got trips towards the top of the formation here, shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Purdue sending pressure. Clifford throws it off the wrong foot, but it's caught by the receiver anyways. Takes it into Purdue territory. Big time play and big time catch there on that one. And that was Tinsley there, the receiver, with the reception. So here we go, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, again, 3 receivers. Well, actually, we got 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, and a back. They got a tight end lined up in the slot. Ball right now currently at Purdue's 38-yard line. Takes the snap. Purdue sending pressure, throws it to the back. He catches it. And so he's going to get to the 1st down marker. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds at. They say that he's a yard shy of getting to the 1st. Great job there by the quarterback, recognizing the pressure coming and getting it to the back. And the back did the rest of the work. So we got 2nd and 1 right now. 2nd and 1 for Penn State. Got your 2 tight ends here. Got your back in the backfield. 2 receivers. So 2nd and 1. Making an adjustment here. Takes the snap. Clifford throws it quickly. Caught by the receiver. Bounced off of one guy, and he's going to take it all the way. Look at that. This is why you wrap up when you tackle. And so that time he threw it to the receiver there, and Lambert Smith bounced right off the defender. Spin bounced off of him and took it the rest of the way. He's clearly got nice speed to him. Took it to the end zone there for the touchdown. Look at that replay again. What should have been just probably a good 3-4 yard pickup turned into a touchdown because the first guy didn't even try to wrap up. He just leaned his shoulder in there, and he paid the ultimate cost, costing his team that touchdown. So now Penn State with their first touchdown the second half here, reclaim the lead in this one. They're up 27-24. 80 says touchdown. Where is JB at? Someone go to GameStop and get him. And the extra point is good. So Penn State is up 28-24 here in the 4th quarter with 10 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in this one. This one's going to be a game that goes all the way down to the very end. Let's see. 80 says, good night, old man. And so, wow, what a touchdown that was right there. So Sean Clifford came through. Sean Clifford has had a tremendous game, guys. I mean, sure, 12 of 23, 197 yards. Those yards don't really stand out, but 3 passing touchdowns plus 1 rushing touchdown. He's accountable for every single touchdown scored so far for Penn State. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. 80 says JB counting out Penn State. And so now let's see how Purdue responds here in the fourth quarter. They had a tremendous third quarter, dropping 14 points in the third. And so now they're trailing again 28 to 24. Still plenty of time. 10 minutes to 44 seconds. That's still plenty of time here. And let's see if the Boilermakers can make a run of their own here in the fourth quarter. But currently, right now, at the commercial, let's see. Braden says Sean Clifford showing us why he's the big red dog. Sean putting in some work, putting in some work. Bad knee and everything, still going out there and delivering. And that's big because, I mean, if you can get that kind of consistent play from Sean Clifford throughout the course of the season, that's huge. I think of a couple games last year, that even a couple games that we streamed last year where, Sean Clifford, I was like, if he would just step up his game, it could really help this offense take that step towards being a better team than what they were last year. So it's great to see him out there balling. But, hey, we got Jay in the Bay here on the stream. What's good with you, Jay? Taking time out of your busy schedule of posting tremendous 49er news. We appreciate you for coming through. And guys, if you haven't checked out Jay's channel, check out Jay in the Bay. He produces a lot of great 49ers content, so definitely check him out. If you like football in the NFL or you just like the 49ers, whatever it is, check him out, guys, and show this man some love. But he says, what's good, JB in chat? Hit that thumbs up button for sure. As Jay said, be sure to press that thumbs up button for sure. But again, right now, currently at the commercial right now. But when we come back, we're going to see what Purdue does. But this game has been a back and forth kind of game. And it's been a kind of a game where you can be literally thinking, okay, we're just trying to get the first down. We're just trying to keep things going. But, I mean, they really just take off and get into the end zone. Like, we've seen some really nice explosive plays in this game. All right, but here we go. Again, that was a quick scoring drive. 4 plays, 55 yards, and a minute and 20 seconds off the clock to give them the lead back. The 5th lead change in this one. That tells you the type of game it is. 5 lead changes, and we still got plenty of football left to play here in the 4th. Kickoff on the way. All right, we're going to get a return here. He's at the 10, at the 15. Brought down at about the 18 yards line, and that is where the Purdue Boilermakers are going to take over. 80 says Jay in the Bay and JB co-founders of the Baker Mayfield fan club. LOL. All right, so 1st and 10. So let's see for Purdue here. If you're Purdue, obviously you got 362 yards total offense so far. You've been moving the football tremendously. You just want to go out there and put it together here and keep scoring. That's what you want to do. But here we go. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap, gives it to the back off the left guard. Still on his feet there, showing some explosiveness there. Tried to split the defenders. Picked up 8 yards on that carry. 2nd and 2 coming up. 10 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Time not really an issue right now at this point. If you go out there and do what you got to do, time is not an issue. And that was Daru there on the carry with that 8-yard carry, taking it all the way to the 26-yard line of the Boilermakers. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Out of the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap. Gives it to the back. This time, though, Penn State is a jailbreak. Penn State gets there in the backfield. He loses some yards on that play. 3rd down coming up. And both of these defenses have shown when they guess correctly, they'll get in that backfield and shut it down. 3rd down coming up. Third and 6 right now. Again, 4th quarter with 9 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Shotgun formation here. You got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. Penn State sending pressure. Quarterback throws it in the direction of Jones, and that is going to be an incompletion. An incompletion. Big time stop there by Penn State. So 4th down coming up. Or did they give him the completion? I see the clock is still running. So Okay, I was about to say the clock is still running here, but it looked like that was an incompletion, so that may just be an error on their part. But either way, a great stand there by Penn State, and so that's going to give them the opportunity to get the football back. Let's see. Jay says, "What's good, JK?" So yeah, we got fourth down coming up. They put the 10 seconds back up there. So yeah, 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Purdue's about to punt the ball. Let's see. Lewis says long, long, long punt. Punt's on the way. Fair catch symboled and caught at the 35-yard line of Penn State, and that is where they'll take over with the football and the lead, 28-24. So Penn State, you've got the lead right now. They would love to be able to run the ball effectively and take off some time from the clock while trying to score also. So far as a team on the ground, 29 carries for 77 yards. They've mostly relied on Nicholas Singleton. He's got you 10 carries for 31 yards. Kayvon Lee, he's got 7 carries for 17 yards. And Katron Allen, he's got 7 carries for 23 yards. And so really no running back really established so far as being extremely effective. But this is where you really want that run game to kick in. Let's see, 80 says, same old Jay, I'm glad you got a solid quarterback who gets hurt a lot, LOL. Jay says LOL. 80 says back up. But again, right now, currently at the commercial with just over 9 minutes to go in this one. Penn State leading 28-24. The defense got to stop. And so let's see if the offense can keep it going, or will Purdue defense come up with a stop here? Let's see. Lewis says, let's go Penn, run the ball. So Lewis is just rooting for the clock to run out at this point. Jay says hopefully Trey starts every game and is healthy the entire season. And so, I mean, the potential is there. You know, if Trey Lance can go out there, stay healthy, and just go out there and perform, I mean, the potential is certainly there. Certainly there. But again, still right now, currently at the commercial. Braden says Pittsburgh won 38-31. So Pitt came through. It was a bit of a scare, but they were able to come through. I see it's finalized. So yeah, Pitt won 38-31 over West Virginia. They fought hard, but ultimately they lost to Pitt. 80 says JB, is TB12 getting divorced? If he does, I hope Bill Belichick's son doesn't move in. And so, I mean, I hope that's not the case for his sake there. Obviously, they don't come and communicate with me what's going on in private, but I hope that's not the case for him and stuff like that, especially if it's because of how long he's been playing football and stuff like that. I hope that's not the case for him, but I'm not the one to make that call and stuff like that, you know. But I wish the best for them. I wish the best for them, honestly. Wish the best for them. All right, so we're getting back to the action here in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Penn State with the football here from their own 36-yard line. Takes a snap out of the shotgun, gives it to the back, and the back cutting up there and stumbles forward, picks up 13 yards on the carry. That's exactly what you want to see right now if you're Penn State. You're picking up the first down there. He's going to go to the sideline. He lost a cleat on that one. So he's got to tie his shoe here, so an opportunity for another back to come in here. But that was a big-time play there by Kayvon Lee, the more experienced of the running backs of this group. Clifford throws it. Clifford threw an interception. He overthrew an open man, threw the pick. And so now the safety, he's huffing and puffing, and he's still running. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it for a score. What about that? As if this game did not have everything else. Chris Jefferson with the INT turned pick six. And right now, Clifford's first mistake may have been his most costly mistake of the game. Wow. Just like that. They say there are many ways to score. And that one right there, that one's going to hurt. Now you give Purdue the lead. Now this crowd is even more amped up right now. Now you're putting more pressure on yourselves here. That was a big mistake and a big turnover right there. Wow. You don't want that from your 6-year quarterback. He was having such an outstanding game so far, but what a mistake. Wow. This game has had some of everything, guys. Now we have the extra point attempt coming up here for Purdue. They're currently up 30-28. This will make it a 3-point game with this extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. That is good. So it's 31-28, a 3-point lead by Purdue. What about that? Purdue. Wow. Let's see the comment section. Braden says Clifford did not look like the red big dog there. Lewis says, I said run the ball. 80 says, LOL, he's sick. And so, wow. I mean, on that play right there, Sean just overthrew the receiver on that play. Overthrew him right to the safety, and the safety was there and made him pay and took it the rest of the way. Wow. So Purdue's up 31-28, guys, in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 29 seconds left to go. This is insane. This is insane. It's funny how this game just changes everything. Like, just, wow. Wow. 1 second, it looks like Penn State's moving the ball here. I mean, they had just had a tremendous run as well, and then they opted to pass the ball, and then Sean Clifford just made a mistake. He just honestly made a mistake on that pass. That's one he wish he can have back. But you got to bounce back from that. If you're Penn State, you got to bounce back. You're just down by 3 points. There's still 8 minutes and 29 seconds left to go, so still plenty of time. You still got your timeouts, all that stuff. Plenty of time. Lewis says, there goes the Heisman. He's saying he lost his Heisman on that play. Yeah, big time mistake on that one. But hey, what can you do? You're down by 3 points. You're still in a position where you can still win this game. But you certainly can't do that again, though. You can't do that again. But again, currently right now at the commercial. But yeah, Sean Clifford, 12 of 24, so he's 50% completion percentage, 197 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns through the air, 1 interception. He also ran for 1 touchdown as well. He's got 4 carries for 2 yards and a touchdown. But yeah, Sean, that one's on Sean on that play. That was on Sean. Jay says, what a game. Couldn't ask for a better one. And so, what about that pick six, Jay? What about that? I mean, wow. Things were going so good right there for Penn State. Then he just came in and overthrew the receiver right to the safety. Right to him. Right to him. They're wishing they had ran the ball more on that drive. All right, so now expect the crowd to be even more ramped up, as if they couldn't be any more ramped up than they currently already are. But here we go, fourth quarter, 8 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Purdue leading 31-28. Let's see what Penn State does to respond. Braden says 2 great games tonight. Jay says, I think you picked the right game to stream tonight, JB. And so, yeah, absolutely. You're right about that. Absolutely. When I saw the matchup, I just had to do it. And so, oh, nice coverage there by the kickoff team on that one. There is a penalty, however. But yeah, if you're Penn State, especially if you're Clifford right now, you're a 6-year senior. You've been in these situations. You've been in big games and stuff like that, you know. So you understand you made a bad play, but what do you do? How do you overcome that? You just got to go out there and keep doing what you were doing in the first half that got you guys in this position. This is where we're going to have to lean on this leadership of Clifford and his ability to bounce back and see how much has he matured since last season. All right, so here we go here for Penn State after the penalty from their own 9-yard line. Tinsley goes in motion, takes a snap out of the shotgun, going to fake it to the back, throws it to the receiver, and that is going to be completed there. Picked up 9 yards on the play, so it's going to make it 2nd and 1. So 2nd and 1 coming up here for Penn State. 8 minutes and 8 seconds to go. All right, they're going to call that first down, so that's 1st and 10 right there. Tight end goes in motion. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and a running back. Takes a snap, gives it to the back off the left side, and he's going to pick up a yard or 2 on a carry. 2nd down coming up. 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Again, Purdue up 31-28. 80 says, watch this drive, JB, you will see. And so, all right, 80s, let's see. Let's see. Jay says Purdue is better than I thought. All right, so here we go. Receiver goes in motion. Quarterback up under center on this play. 1 back in the backfield. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Play fake. Clifford throws it to the tight end. Tight end catches it. Tackled after picking up 2 yards on the play. So 3rd and 7 coming up. And so I figured that this would be a close game and stuff like that. I figured that it might be separated by maybe about 4 points. I thought it would be a 1-possession game when it's all said and done. But here we go. 4th quarter, 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Time becoming more and more critical right now for these teams. 3rd and 7. Important drive right here for Penn State. They are 4 of 11 so far in this game on 3rd downs. Receiver goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap there. Offensive line picking up the pressure. Clifford throws it behind the receiver. Incomplete. Incomplete. So 4th down. That time, Purdue sent like 5 guys, but the offensive line picked up everyone. But that time, Clifford behind the receiver could not make the play. 4th down coming up. Yeah, definitely behind the receiver on that play. Not much you can do if you're the wide receiver to adjust to that pass when you're already running full speed. All right, so we got the punt. Fair catch symboled and caught at the 32-yard line, and that is where Purdue's going to take over from their own 32-yard line. They do lead this one by 3 points. Now, both teams, they have all 3 of their timeouts. This is the 4th quarter, 6 minutes and 27 seconds left to go. You see the stress on that poor Penn State fan's face right now. I mean, hey, this is big. Big Ten conference game early in the season like this, of this magnitude, against a team that's pretty much almost identical. You win this game, that gives you the leg up. But here we go. Boilermakers right now. They were trailing at the half 21-10. They find themselves here in the 4th quarter leading 31-28. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. Throws it. Out of bounds, incomplete. Incomplete. In the direction of Jones. Jay says, watching college punters versus NFL, it really is amazing how good NFL punters are. They give you that appreciation, don't they, Jay? They give you that appreciation. I think the same thing when I look at the defenses of the NFL, particularly the secondary and stuff like that from the NFL compared to the colleges, some of these colleges. So you're right about that. But 2nd and 10 right now here in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Purdue with the football, and they lead right now 31-28. 3 seconds right now on the play clock. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. In the pocket, throws it, and that's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. And of course, Porter Jr. there in coverage. Got a hand on that one. Not on his watch. 3rd and 10 coming up, so an important 3rd down here. If you're Penn State, you get the stop here on 3rd down. That's great. That means you'll get the football back. You still got plenty of time, still got all your timeouts, all of that stuff. If you're Purdue, you want to keep this drive going. A 1st down means more time off the clock, and of course, you're trying to score here and see if you can potentially make it a 2-score game late in this one. But here we go to the shotgun. Well, you got 10 seconds right now on the play clock. 6 minutes and 18 seconds to go in this one. Shotgun formation again. They are 3 of 11 so far on third down so far. Takes a snap, looking, throws it, and it's completed to the receiver. Got the completion across the middle to Sheffield, and that's going to keep the drive going for Purdue. Let's see, Lewis says, let's go, damn Clifford. Braden says, come on, Penn State. 80 says, damn it. That's a big time third down conversion right there. Absolutely huge, because if you don't get that, it's going to be Penn State's ball, and you just picked up the first down here, so you keep the odds of you being able to score alive, at least the hopes of that, and you're already up by 3. Takes a snap out of the shotgun, feels the pressure, throws it up there, incomplete, but there's a penalty. There's a penalty. You know what that means. I like that. They keep feeding Jones and feeding Jones and feeding Jones. It may be the first game, but this man is getting a workload out there at receiver. Braden says, have to hold them to a field goal. Ooh, pass interference there against Penn State. So right now, 5 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in the fourth. All right, so 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield here. We're already on Penn State side of the football here at about their 45-yard line. Making an adjustment here, 8 seconds right now in the play clock. Running back goes in motion, takes a snap there, throws it, incomplete. That time, the reaction of the defensive back to go in and close in on that one quickly caused the incompletion. Second down coming up, 2nd and 10 for the Boilermakers. Up by 3 in this one, 31-28. With both teams at all 3 timeouts, time definitely more and more of a factor in this one. But an incompletion does stop the clock. Looking to the sideline for an adjustment. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. 2nd and 10. Again here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Takes the snap. Looking, throws it over the middle. Caught by the tight end. And look at that. He spins away from some guys. Picked up 15 yards on the play. But wait a second. There is a penalty. Before we celebrate, there is a penalty on this one. Ooh, chop blocking on the offense. Another penalty against Purdue. It's like the referees are trying to say Purdue don't. They won't let these guys shine. Another penalty. Oh, that's on the back. Oh, man. That hurts. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. You really didn't have to do that. That hurts. Let's see. Jay says penalties becoming a factor now. 80 says offense chop block. So 2nd and 25 right now. Still fourth quarter, 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Purdue up by 3, 31-28. But that is a massive penalty right there. Massive penalty. Now we're back on Purdue's side of the field here from their own 40-yard line. How can they make up for this? Let's see. They take the snap out of the shotgun. Throws it to the receiver, and that's incomplete. Got to be careful with that. Got to be careful with that one because Porter Jr., if you're not careful, he will pick you off. But great coverage on that play. Third down and 25 yards to go to the first. So this is a very difficult third down to have to try to convert. Like, even if you don't convert, if you can come extremely close, that would be considered a win. Let's see what they call. But this is big because every time they get an incompletion, that stops the clock. Of course, 5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. And Penn State is down by just 3 points. They snapped the ball, but wasn't in time. They stop it. And so that's going to be a delay of game on the offense. As if 25 yards wasn't enough. Now they're going to have 3rd and 30 coming up here. They're going in the wrong direction, and penalties is just hurting Purdue more and more. I mean, wow. This drive alone has been impacted tremendously by penalties. So now we got 3rd and 30 right here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left to go. Purdue up 31-28. Let's see if they can pull off a miracle here on 3rd down. Jay says, wow, late the game, Purdue shooting themselves? Possibly. And so I almost feel like as if they felt like it's so far already, they didn't even want to waste time out at this point. But here we go, 5 wide, out of the shotgun, throws it up there, and that is going to be incomplete. Tight end tried his best, but even if he caught that, he still would have been short. And so 4th down coming up. So Penn State will get another shot at this one to try to take the lead. They're down by 3, and so now we've got the punt return unit going to come out there for Penn State. We'll see if they get a shot to return this one. We'll be looking at the punter, though. Can he pin them within their own 10-yard line? 4th and forever here for Purdue. All right, punt's on the way. Let's see if we get a return. Fair catch symbol, and it's going to be at the 27-yard line. That is where Penn State's going to start from here. They're trailing by 3 points, 31-28 right now. And so just to recap, quarter by quarter, what took place in the first quarter, Purdue had the lead 3-0. Second quarter belonged to Penn State, in which they scored 21 points in the second quarter, and they had the lead at the half, 21-10. But third quarter was all Purdue. They scored 14 unanswered points, and so then after that, here in the fourth quarter, we currently have it being 31-28 as both teams have scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter. All right, so here we go for Penn State. Tight end goes in motion here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap here. Fakes it to the back. Clifford throws it to the ground. Gets rid of that one. Near the foot of the lineman. I feel like the running back was a good ways off on that pass. Referees discuss it. They let it slide. So fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Penn State trailing by 3 points here with the football, 2nd and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Relying on the leadership, the experience of Sean Clifford to try to come through in this one. He's had some ups, he's had some downs. Let's see. All right, 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun, 5 wide here. Trips towards the bottom of the formation, 2 receivers towards the top. Making an adjustment with 10 seconds on the play clock. Purdue sends pressure at the last second. Tip the ball. That's incomplete. Incomplete. Way to be alert and tip the ball by Graham on that one. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Let's see. 80 says more laundry thrown. Braden says yes. 80 says stop. Braden says 130 people deep in here. Jay says, let's see what Penn State can do. It's getting close to crunch time. That's right, 3rd and 10. Got to keep the drive alive right now. You punt the ball away. You just don't know what it's going to look like when you get the ball back. You want to keep this drive going if you're Penn State. I expect Purdue to try to send some pressure. And they do. It's picked up. He throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. That could have possibly been another interception there, but it's incomplete. Wow. 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go. So if you're Penn State, you're thinking you still got all 3 timeouts right now. You're down by 3 points. If the defense can replicate what they did last time, you'll be good. But at the same time, I mean, decisions to be made, but they got to get a stop. They're going to have to get a stop and get the ball back, and they need Sean Clifford to come through. If they're going to win this game, Clifford's going to have to come through. But right now, they're going to have to rely on the defense to get a stop. But 4th and 10, so first things first. Got to punt the ball. Punt's on the way. Fair catch symboled and caught at their own 24-yard line, and that's where Purdue's going to take over, leading this one 31-28. So the thing about this is that Purdue, They've been relying heavily on the pass game. They got 314 of their yards through the air, which means if you throw an incompletion, it stops the clock, but that's their offense. They love to pass the ball. So far as a team on the ground, they have 20 carries for 67 yards, but passing the ball is what they do best. And so up by 3, let's see if they try to establish more of a ground game on this drive here and try to melt the clock in the process of moving the ball. So here we go, 1st and 10, one back in the backfield here. Multiple tight ends, take it, play fake, pressure right in front of him. He throws it while taking a hit, and it's caught, and all that's going to pick up a yard on the play. But man, I mean, he had to get it. He took a hit on that one, but he delivered the pass, and so that's going to keep the clock moving, which is extremely important right now if you're Purdue. Let's see. Braden says Sean Clifford is not the big red dog. Jay says Penn State still had time to run the ball. Why throw it so much? And you're right about that, Jay. You're right about that. 80 says so true, Braden. But 2nd and 9 right now. 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Purdue up 31-28 here in the 4th quarter. Shotgun formation here. Receiver goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Fakes it to the back, goes to the receiver. That's going to be incomplete. That's going to be incomplete, so that stops the clock. Anytime the clock stops, that's a W right now for Penn State. 80 says, JB with the quarterback play of the NFL right now, why hasn't Drew Brees come out of retirement? You know, I was wondering that last year when I had to see Ian Book go out there for the Saints. I was wondering that last year. All right, but another big 3rd down here. Can Penn State defense get the stop here and get the ball right back to their offense? Or can Purdue keep this drive going? They converted last drive out there in an important 3rd down until penalties stalled them off. Let's see. Takes a snap, looking, throws it, and it's caught by who other than Jones? Who other are you going to target than Jones? Charlie Jones coming up with some big-time plays. A 1st down, and that is going to extend the drive, which means more time off the clock. Braden says, so Manning ops, I meant many drop passes in this game. But man, Charlie Jones, 10 catches for 126 yards and 1 touchdown here today, and they keep targeting him. They say, why would we go away from something that works? If you was wondering who's going to step up since David Bell's no longer there, Charlie Jones is that guy. Now they hand it to the back, and he picks up about 3 yards on a carry. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes and 49 seconds here in the 4th quarter. Let's see. Jay says O'Connell is a thorn in Penn State's D. 80 says, damn, it's over. Braden says, Iowa, why did you let him leave? So 2nd and 7. Again here in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go. But again, right now, if you're Penn State, you're thinking about the time. That is what you're thinking about, the time for sure. And again, Aiden O'Connell, he's got you 332 yards in this one. 27 out of 48 attempts. 48 passing attempts. He's out here balling today, guys. All right, but 2nd and 7 here. Again, shotgun formation here. You still got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. 8 seconds right now on the play clock. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Up. We've got a stoppage of play here. All right, so Purdue called a timeout on that play. So we're going to talk things over here. They called a timeout. Let's see. Jay's like, O'Connell has a cannon, really like him. And so, yes, and in that system right there, I mean, 6th year here, you know, so definitely a veteran here, knows what he's doing, very poised, mature, knows the reads, can make the plays. And who passes it more than Purdue in the Big Ten? Who passes it more than them? But yeah, Purdue up right now 31 to 28. So they're right now, if you're Purdue, Penn State still got two timeouts. But the more that you're able to melt that clock, the more the advantage goes Purdue right now. All right, so after that timeout, they're going to line up in the shotgun here, 2nd and 7. Ball right now at their own 44-yard line. They look to the sideline, making adjustments. Again, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Running back goes in motion, takes a snap. Penn State sending pressure. Quarterback moving. Throws it up there. Oh, was it caught? Was that a catch? It looked like it was a catch. Talk about having confidence in your guy. Your team's up by 3. The coach is in your ear saying, don't make a mistake. And what do? You throw it up there and give your guy a chance. A dangerous pass. Let's see that replay. Oh man, this is tough. Jay says, what a play. He says, what a play. Braden is just shocked right now for words. Jay says, oh man, I don't know. I don't know either. I mean, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not the one that has to make that call. Because at first glance, I thought it was a catch. And they're going to have the official review. So we're going to get to take another look at this one. But then you look at it again and just kind of how his hand was positioned, you have to think that that ground did help with the catch. You have to think. I mean, because right now what I'm looking at is that second hand right now. The other hand comes off of it. But it's allowed to touch the... I mean, that's so close. So close. What do you guys say? Let me know here in the chat. Was that a catch or was it incomplete? Let me know your thoughts here. But man, this is a big, big, big moment of the game here. Because at first he did have that hand up under there. Woo. Lewis says drinking some coffee. Jay says I can't believe he threw that. And so yeah, he's taking chances all right. He's kind of like me when it comes to Madden. 80 says, if that's a catch, JB is Eli Manning. Well, in that case, I guess it's not. Jay says that he's betting it's incomplete, so he thinks it's incomplete. Let's see what they say. It is an incomplete pass. So they opt to go against Purdue on this one. It's not enough to hurt them with penalties, but now we wipe that play out as well. So now we got 3rd and 6. The clock is stopped right now. 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Purdue's up by 3 right now, 31 to 28. That would have been a big time play for the big tight end. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't count. All right, so here we go, guys. 3rd down here, 3rd and 6. Again, 2 timeouts right now for both of these teams, and so that's very critical right now. Let's see, can Purdue get this first down? This would be huge. The last thing you want if you're Purdue to have to get the ball back to Penn State in this current situation. You want another first down. Take more time off the clock and just keep moving the ball. All right, but let's see, 3rd and 6. Jay says, if I'm Purdue, I'm milking this clock, run the ball. All right, so they put Jones in motion. Takes a snap, fakes it to the back. Gonna throw it up there, has a guy. Oh, incomplete. Oh, man, I thought he had him. Just a little underthrown. He had him, but a little underthrown. If you put that out more in front of him towards his outside shoulder to where he doesn't have to slow down a little bit, that could have been a big time conversion. But with that being said, that is incomplete, and Drew Brees knows it. All right, let's see. Braden says great pass breakup. Meanwhile, punt on the way. All right, so Penn State has been granted another opportunity here. Can they take advantage of it? Sean Clifford, this is all on you at this point. We're looking at you. Can he come through here for Penn State? 80 says great defense. Jay says another chance for Penn State. All right, so looking at total yards in this one, Purdue has a 402. Meanwhile, Penn State over 300. Sean Clifford on his resume, 2 career fourth quarter game winning drives. Can he add another one? Here we go for Penn State. Shotgun formation here from their own 20-yard line. Down by 3. They take the snap. Gets it to the receiver. Picks up 8 yards on the catch. Second down coming up, 2nd and 2. They're hurrying up to the line here. Shotgun formation again. Takes a snap. Purdue sends 4 linemen. Clifford in the pocket. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Towards the feet of his receiver. 3rd down coming up. 2 minutes and 1 second to go. Again, if you get the first down, the clock will stop until they get it lined up. But they're going to go 5 wide here. Receiver goes in motion. Takes the snap here. Clifford throws it to that receiver. He gets it, gets the first down, takes it to about the 35-yard line. Now, if they can hurry up and get lined up quickly, they can get another snap in here. All right, 1:55 right now. Shotgun, 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen. They take the snap here, gives it to the back off the right side. And he's going to pick up about 8 yards, 8 or 9 yards on that carry. 2nd and short coming up. 1:40 left to go here in the game. Again, Penn State trailing 31-28. 2nd down coming up here. 2nd and 1 right now at Penn State 44-yard line. Line up in the shotgun here. Takes the snap. Looking, throws quickly. Caught by the receiver. He's past the 50. His defender falls. He gets knocked out of bounds at about the 26-yard line of Purdue. So just like that, we change field. And guys, there's a possibility that maybe we might potentially be looking at some overtime here. That's about the only thing this game is lacking right now, some good old OT. But Mitchell Tinsley with the 26-yard reception on that play. All right, so ball right now, they got it marked at the 30. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. Clifford throws it to the back. The back catches it. Makes a cut. Makes another move. Lowers his shoulder. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up. Got 1 and 14 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. They're hurrying up, though. They do want to preserve these timeouts, though. So 1:14 here in the shotgun. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. Takes a snap, pump fakes, looking, throws over the middle, caught by the tight end, knocks 1 guy down, takes it all the way to the 10-yard line. My man out here looking like Dallas Clark, honestly, at tight end. Let's see. Jay says that he liked that screen pass call for Penn State. Braden says, let's go Penn State. Meanwhile, Clifford on the run, throws it to the back, and that is a touchdown for Penn State. So Clifford to Lee for the lead. 34-31 right now, and Purdue fans, they are in shock right now. They still have the extra point attempt to come up, but man, that is big. Let's see, Jay says quarterback does better when he gets the ball out quick. 80 says, did you see that? JB, nothing is over. Lewis was hoping for overtime. 80 says touchdown. JB counted them out. That is not the case. Jay says fantastic play calling on that drive. And so absolutely, I agree. Brandon says Sean Clifford is the big fat dog again. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. So 35-31, 4-point lead right now. So now the Tables have turned here for Purdue. 57 seconds to work with. You have to get into the end zone. You got two timeouts to work with. And so, can they do it? Crazier things have happened in this game. The way this game has been going, I would not be surprised if a kick return went all the way or something like that. But crazier things have happened. 80 says Dallas Clark. That's what I keep thinking when I see 44 going across the middle like that. Bad flashbacks of Dallas Clark just doing that. Braden says that drive was beautiful. Jay says Clifford made it count when it mattered, and that's what matters the most. Jay says it ain't over, though. You're right about that. It is not over yet. 57 seconds and two timeouts. Not to mention in college football, when you get the first down, the clock will stop until you get lined up or until they line it up. So still plenty of time, but 7 lead changes tonight. Will we see one more? Let's see. 80 says, Kirk, you mean kick return all the way, please? Let's see. Kickoff on the way. Gets it at the 5. He's at the 10, 15. Tackled at the 19-yard line. Jay says, let's see what Purdue can do. Need a touchdown? Brandon says, like I said earlier, crazier things happen at Purdue when they play at night. we're not gonna go to what you're referencing there, Braden, but I understand. All right, but again, fourth quarter with just 53 seconds remaining there after that return. Purdue down by 4 points, losing 35-31 right now. Can O'Connell come through? Another 6-year quarterback. Can he come through? Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Looking. Throws it deep. Oh, incomplete. That was almost picked off. Got to be careful on that one. That was almost game. That was almost game. Again, trailing by 4 points. 48 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Purdue needs a touchdown if they're going to win this one. And right now, they're at their own 19-yard line, facing 2nd and 10. All right, lining up in the shotgun again. Takes a snap. Penn State only sends 3. They throw it to Jones. And Jones takes it, picks up about 12 yards on the play before going out of bounds for another first down. Jones putting in more work. 41 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Would not be surprised if Purdue just targets him for the remainder of the game on every play. 11 catches, 138 yards, and a touchdown. That's what you call being in the zone. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Shotgun formation, takes a snap. Penn State sends 4. And they get to the quarterback. 4 is more than enough to get to the quarterback. Brings him down. So with 35 seconds remaining, and that they're going to have to call a timeout, Purdue. And that time, he just beat the back in the block. Like the back could not block him. Jay says, it's late, but I love this game. Oh, man, is it late? 35 seconds to go here in the fourth. Jay says, Purdue in trouble right now. Yes, they are right now. 2nd and 20 after that sack. 1 timeout remaining. 35 seconds is all you have to work with here for Purdue, so you got to make it happen now. And if you're Penn State, keep everything in front of you, nothing behind you. All right, let's see what Purdue draws up here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Quarterback takes the snap, throws it across the middle. Caught by Jones once again. He takes it all the way to the 36-yard line. 28 seconds, 25 seconds. Clock still running down. 22 seconds. 3rd and 5. Line up in the shotgun. 18 seconds. Take the snap. Looking, throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up. 4th and 5. So at this point, you're trying to take a deep shot here. Obviously, if you can get a completion and keep this drive going, go out of bounds, that'd be great. But you want to get a fresh new set of downs to work with and get as close as you can to the end zone and then chuck up a Hail Mary. That's probably what you're doing right now. Jay says Purdue in trouble right now. That is an understatement. 4th and 5 right now. If they don't get it, this is game. You need to call your most creative play. They take the snap out of the shotgun. Throws it to the back. The back gets it. He gets the first down before he slides. Currently 7 seconds right now, but he got the first down. Jay says it all comes down to this. Yeah, so at 7 seconds, they call their final timeout. Purdue can no longer stop the clock. There's just 7 seconds to go after this. But they're asking for a miracle here. That's all you can hope for. Throw it up there, maybe get pass interference, or have somebody come up with a lucky play. Sometimes it's lucky. It's better to be lucky than great sometimes. But that's what they need right now. A little bit of luck. But let's see what they dial up. But that is their final timeout, so they're drawing everything up on the sideline. Again, a week 1 conference matchup. Two teams evenly matched. A total of 66 points in this game scored so far. All right, so with no timeouts, the defense, they're expecting something deep. Let's see what happens here. Will we get to see his arm strength on this pass? Depending on how far back they are, maybe you can get a quick pass in there and go out of bounds and save yourself 2 seconds. Let's see. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Not going to happen. So now you just got to throw it up there. Just got to throw it up there. Hope for the best. Braden says he knows what time it is. He says Hail Mary time. Jay says it all comes down to this. Just 4 seconds remaining in this game. Penn State's up 35-31. They're going to have to call the Hail Mary. So going with 4 wide receivers in the back. And he's not even going to get to throw the ball up there because he was pretty much sacked on that when they call it incomplete. But either way, pressure got to him that time. And that's how you end the game, getting after the quarterback like that. Final score, Penn State won this one 35-31. But what a thriller it was. Guys, really enjoyed this game. A tremendous game. But shout out to Penn State for winning. Jay says, game, set, and match. What a win for Penn State. Braden says, wow, Penn State, huge win. Again, Sean Clifford, 20 of 37 through the air for 282 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. And on the ground for Penn State, 32 carries for 98 yards and 1 touchdown. Again, Sean Clifford was responsible for that rushing touchdown as well. So 5 total touchdowns for Mr. Sean Clifford. He made a mistake with that pick 6, but he more than made up for it. Meanwhile, for Purdue, O'Connell, he was 30 of 59, passed the ball 59 times, 365 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Purdue on the ground, 22 carries for 61 yards. And then, of course, for them, Charlie Jones, 12 catches, 153 yards, 1 touchdown. They may have lost this game, but it was not on Charlie Jones. A star has emerged here at Purdue at wide receiver, and that's a positivity thing for them moving forward, something positive to look forward to. But tonight belongs to Penn State coming through in the clutch. But there you go. Lewis says, good stream, JB. Till next time, appreciate you for coming through, Lewis. Absolutely. 80 says, great game. Great calling it, JB. Thanks again for coming through, 80s. Appreciate you guys. Braden says, good night, JB. Great stream. Congrats on the new viewers. And so, yeah, appreciate that, everybody. And again, next stream is going to be Saturday night where we see Notre Dame versus Ohio State. I am looking forward to that game for sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming through. It's already past midnight here on the Eastern time, so I got to sleep for work in the morning. But thank you guys for coming through. Really appreciate all of you guys for coming through. And again, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and press the subscribe button. But thanks again for coming through. Lewis says for college, he's 0-1. Braden says, good night, JB. Great stream. Congrats. Oh, I appreciate that. 80 says, take care, everyone. Good night, JB. Thanks for doing this stream. And so, yeah, appreciate you guys again. Jay said, love the stream, JB. You give great analysis. See you next time. Thank you so much for that, Jay. You're the real MVP. You said you'll be back Monday. And so, yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it for sure. But, yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. But it was great. Fun matchup. I'll be back Saturday night. But until then, thank you guys so much for coming through. Everybody take care and enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your Friday. Looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care.